name's Nick Powers, and I'm the president and lead instructor of Warfighter Scuba. I'm a veteran of the United States Marine Corps from the years 2003 to 2007, with one combat deployment to Haditha, Iraq in 2006. Throughout my time overseas, I experienced a lot of situations that you wouldn't necessarily find yourself in the United States. IEDs, getting shot at, rocket attacks, mortar attacks, you name it, it happened. When I got out of the Marine Corps in 2007, I tried to adjust back to civilian life, and the whole time you're in, you just can't wait to get out. And when you get out, you start to realize, did you make the right decision? 9 times out of 10, most of the guys that get out, they immediately plummet into a depression cycle because you don't have that structure anymore that the military provides you. And this hit me super hard. We moved to one of the #1 top dive destinations in the entire world, and I figured I'd start getting back into scuba diving. And after the first couple dives, I realized how peaceful it was underwater and how none of my problems followed me. You're just there in the present moment. I had the idea for Warfighter Scuba, and I kind of hinted at it, and they said, "You go for it." And that's basically how Warfighter Scuba was born. So Warfighter Scuba is a nonprofit. We're a 501c3 nonprofit with the IRS. We bring combat wounded veterans down to the Caribbean to teach them scuba diving to treat their wounds. Whether their wounds are physical or mental, such as PTSD, scuba diving is a extremely therapeutic activity for mental stressors and for physical ailments. Mentally, as soon as you go underwater, your body just reacts. It's not normal. You're not meant to breathe underwater. Automatically puts you into the present moment. You have nothing but peace and calm. This ability to separate yourself from reality really allows veterans to find out what their trigger mechanism might be for their particular mental stressors. So every veteran who comes through our programs gets a 100% funded trip. Each veteran also receives a round-trip ticket from their home of record. That ticket will bring them straight into Roatan, and their entire week stay, their hotel, their meals, their snacks, everything's paid for. And so that veteran can get an entire week away from reality and completely separate from any kind of problems they might be facing at home. So each veteran receives very private and intimate training sessions when they come down to Roatan. We first start in the pool, we do some confined water skills, we'll then switch out to the open water dives. From that point on, it's not even training anymore, it's just fun. It's learning on a level that I don't think most people have experienced before. We do all the certifications for them that we can in a week at their pace, from open water to full face mask to nitrox. Every trip that we have, whether it's one veteran or 4 veterans at a time, we just have a blast. There's no bad karma. We've seen sharks, we've seen turtles. We've seen 4 eagle rays at once. Just the things that happen when we're in the water together are truly, they're just unbelievable. The dedication that these vets have now to scuba diving and to wanting to come back and to help other veterans experience what they've experienced. It hits me in the heart more than most things have ever hit me in my heart. It's truly an honor to take these heroes into the water. It's really cool to see the transformation that happens to them, from being, oh my gosh, I don't know if I'm gonna be able to do this. I've gone snorkeling a few times, or I'm not that good of a swimmer. And the funny thing about scuba is none of that matters. You're completely weightless in the water. You could come down and have 0 experience in the water and be one of the better scuba divers out there. So as with all nonprofits, we rely solely on generous donors such as yourselves. None of these programs could exist without people who are willing to give some of their hard-earned money up to save veterans who might be struggling with everyday life and have that unfortunate thought of suicide. 100% of every dollar that's donated goes directly to the veterans. I personally, myself, I do not take any kind of money. All my time is donated. There's no salary to anybody who's on the board or any staff positions in Warfighter. Donations can be made on our website at www.warfighterscuba.org. And remember, every donation is 100% tax deductible.
Welcome back. It is Friday night. We're about to get underway for our first week of our winter season. In the booth with me, Clayton. Welcome to the show. Last week we did it for practice. This week we're about to do it for real. Start punching those tickets to the Dash for Cash in week 16.
Yeah, thank you for having me. It's gonna be another great week. We saw some great racing last week, even for it being just a practice get together. Let's run through everything. These guys did great, and now the antics have definitely multiplied. Now we're racing for points. We're racing for money at the end of the season. There's a lot on the line. The field has gotten tremendously bigger. I didn't think talent could get any better, but we got a lot more talent out here now. A lot more drivers on track. It's gonna be a good night of racing for sure.
Yeah, indeed. I'm counting 31 cars currently in the field. I figured week one would kind of be a little bit packed, so that's not unexpected. Man, we got a lot of new drivers in the field. I actually signed some up this afternoon. So the talent is changing. We're about to find out if that's for the better or not, but man, it's great to be back. I think the last time we were here, Clayton, for a real race was back in March. And what a way to leave off with the Dash for Cash back then. Now we're back. Dirt Track Bank is 100% on board, our title sponsor. I can't wait for the Week 16 Dash for Cash, but we got a long way to go between today and the Dash for Cash. So I'm ready to get back at it. I'm looking at the board. Looky there, top two, CTM Motorsports. That's two names we've seen at the top of the board since we started this league. Michael Carter and Cale Smith at the top of the board. So if those new guys showed up, Clayton, they haven't cracked the top runners in Friday Night Lights yet.
Oh no, not a chance. If you excuse me, if you want to beat those CTM boys, you have to bring every bit that you have to possibly even have a chance at sniffing the fuel coming out of the back of their race cars. Those TTM boys all last season absolutely dominate this league. Each and every week they're here, and man, you can see their momentum train has not stopped one bit. It's full speed ahead, and those boys are 1 and 2 like you stated. We'll see if they can carry it on to the heat races in the future. This place can get sketchy very quick.
Yeah, CTM actually put up a custom mug with the driver's name and number and Got Your Six Racing Network for the highest overall points total for tonight. That driver will get a cup, compliments of the CTM boys. CTM driver can't win that, but they're giving out a custom mug for the top points driver for tonight. So that's kind of cool. Let's call the driver. You ready to get this underway?
Absolutely. I'm as ready as I'll ever be. Let's get this show on the road.
All right, man. All drivers, clear the track. All drivers, clear the track, please. All right, drivers, welcome to week number 1 of the Dirt Track Bank Friday Night Lights. Go over a few rules. We do have some newer drivers in the field. We did change our starting procedures for this season. The initial start is on green. After that, starts will be on the leader, and the leader gets to pick inside or outside. The leader must make that decision before the one to go. So just on race comms, let us know if you want to start on the inside or outside. If you bring out 2 cautions in any race, be it a heat race, feature, does not matter. If you bring out 2 cautions in any one race, you are done for the night in that division. You can come back and run the other divisions that night. Call outs on the race comms for sure, but social media or anywhere else, don't call out other drivers. Don't argue with the staff. If it's determined that it's egregious, you're looking at a suspension minimum. The length of the suspension will be dependent on the type of the call out. We still looking for a sponsorship for the 360 division, so that's still open. We do give out quick time awards for each division every week. The quick time driver will get a $10 bonus that will be added up throughout the 15 weeks, and that will be paid after the week 16 dash for cash. So possibility of $150 for each division, and there's also sponsorships available for the quick time award. Initial contact will not be tolerated at any time. It doesn't matter where, if the broadcast is on, if the cars are on the track, intentional contact will not be tolerated. That is suspension worthy for sure. Podium drivers, if you finish on the podium, please make sure you go to our Discord. In our Discord room, you'll see a broadcast waiting room. Please go there after the race. We will pull you up into the broadcast for an interview at the conclusion of the race. If you do miss your interview, you're probably looking at an EOL the following week. I think that's all I got. Welcome, drivers, to week number 1 on our journey to the $1,000 dash for cash in week 16, February, can't remember, 16th, something like that. Any questions, comments, or concerns from the drivers? All right, gentlemen, none heard. We will advance to qualifying. I wish you the best of luck, and here we go.
Hey, Joe, can you confirm all starts are on leader?
So the initial start is on green. All restarts are on the leader.
Gotcha, thanks.
Yep. Any other questions? Malachi, if you're asking a question, I couldn't hear you, sir. Still can't hear you. Still can't hear you, Malachi.
I've got him. He sounds very light. I'll see if I can.
Hey, Joe, on the initial start, can we choose our lane, or is that got to be on restarts only?
So choosing lanes is on restarts only.
Thanks, sir.
All right, gentlemen, advancing to qualifying. Good luck.
Malachi, I could faintly hear you, buddy. What was your question?
So let's take a look. Welcome back if you're out there in the audience. It's great to be back on the air. Those of you that are coming back to join us.
Joe, podcast in my ear as well. Can you repeat that one more time, sir?
Hold on one second. I see Grandma Fitzsimmons out there with a big shout out. Mitch Willis is in the audience. Trying to go down the list here. Thank you, everybody who tuned in. We're about to get after it. James Ingram in the 40 car, driver out of Georgia, is the first on the track in the Reese's Cup number 40 ride. Jeffrey Kemper out on track, the number 181 out of Oregon. Jeffrey Kemper's been with us for a long time. Randall Dixon in the 11 machine, the Gears Unlimited entry. You see a few of the Gears Unlimited folks. Billy Roberts, speaking of, owner-operator of Gears Unlimited out of Independence, Missouri, is out on track. Braden Carter, top of the board, a new member of the CTM crew in that 05. He's out of Maryland with a... Turn that back on. My apologies, ladies and gentlemen. 15.243 for the youngster out of Virginia, Cale Smith, another CTM driver. He moves to the top of the board. Give Cale a 15.228. Samuel Bachman in the 007 James Bond entry. He's in P3 2291 for Bachman. Jesse Ingram in the 777. That driver is out of Georgia. He times in 6th quick. Matt Grimm. Anthony Marfulio in the 32 car. Driver out of, Anthony Morano, my apologies, in the 32. Top of the board. Bettered by Michael Carter in the 15 machine, another CTM driver, 15-166 for the driver out of Virginia. Kelly Wheeler pops the 110 up to 3rd place, 15-210 for Wheeler. My teammate Kurt Schatzer in the dirt track bank number 18, driver out of Pennsylvania, 15-256 for the 18, 7th quick. Spanky Gernert out on the track in the 12 car, 11th quick, 15-549 for the 12. Driver out of Fairfield, California, right up the road from me. Dylan DeWert joined us about 20 minutes ago. He's 3rd quick with a 15-404 in that 20 ride. So it looks like Michael Carter will hold down. We got a couple minutes to go here, 30 seconds, about 15-693 for Carter. Gernert is called it a day. Who out 17 car, Luke Hines out on track. Currently 20th quick, goes over the dreaded wall here at Lernerville. Brandon Aylesworth in the 41 machine. You see him coming back on track. 15-616, 29th quick for the 41 machine. Driver out of Indiana, that's Jordan LaFont, 20th quick so far, 15-396. Can he improve? 15-503, a little bit slower there for Jordan LaFont. That will wrap it up. We're getting ready to go heat racing. Heat 1 to the grid, heat 1 to the grid, please. Michael Carter, Cale Smith on the front row. Samuel Bachman, Jesse Ingram in row 2. Clay Christopherson, Luke Hines in 3. Jake Henry, Brandon Aylesworth in row number 4. Brandon Wright, round out your field of 9 drivers. All right, drivers, welcome to heat number 1. You got 8 laps to get it done. Leader, 1.5 car length behind the pace truck. Everybody else, once you get the 1 to go, tighten it up. Half car length between yourself, the car in front of you. Initial start is on green. Top 4 heading to the feature. Everyone else probably going to a consolation race. Race hard, race clean. Welcome to week number 1. All right, who you got?
For heat 1, sorry about that, having a little bit of mic trouble. Looking at it here, man, it looks like it's going to be a battle between the CTM boys. I'm going to have to go with the 115 of Cale Smith. How about yourself?
Yeah, the CTM boys starting on that front row is going to be hard to deal with, man. But if anybody can get it done, watch the 51 car. That is Clay Christopherson coming out of the 3rd row. It's going to be tough. I hate to just hand it over to that number 15 car. He is last year's champion. And, yeah, here we go. 8 laps to get it done. Top 4 heading to the feature, as you heard. Here on Got Your 6 Racing Network, you hear us talk to the drivers just so you know exactly what goes on throughout the night. Thank you all for tuning in. We're getting ready to go racing for week number 1 towards the week 16 $1,000 dash for cash. 358 Modifieds brought to you by Tight Lines Apparel. Didn't pull that up quick enough. My apologies. Have a passion for the great outdoors and fishing? Tight Lines Apparel has your fishing needs covered. The whole family, from women to men's and youth sizes. Family owned and operated. Tight Lines Apparel has a passion for the outdoors, and everything is custom made to order, from tees to hoodies. Tight Lines Apparel is your one-stop shop for all your fishing apparel needs. Act now. Use code SIMRACERSHIP for free shipping on your order. That's SIMRACERSHIP for free shipping. Be sure to give them a like and follow on Facebook and Instagram and get the whole family set up with Tight Lines Apparel. Keep it tight with Tight Lines Apparel. Boy, no surprise at the front of the field, Clayton. Looks like the CTM boys jumped out to a pretty hefty lead here.
Yeah, absolutely. Samuel Bachman has just dropped. Looks like he couldn't get a good run out of 2, and man, got surpassed by 3 spots. That 007 looks good on the track. I was really interested into getting into the paint schemes and stuff myself over this last year or so. That 007 of Samuel Bachman looks really good. hopefully he can pull himself a few spots back here, get back up into that at least 4th spot and secure him a spot into the feature. You know, the less you're on the track tonight, it seems the better. This track's going to get very dangerous on the top. I'm sure Samuel wants that 4th spot up there from the 17 of Luke Hines right now.
777 of Jesse Ingram, driver out of Georgia. He's trying to run the middle here. Looks like the front runner's up top. Now he moves up high in that 777. Luke Hines, P4. Clay Christopherson in the 51 machine. He's up to P5. Our bubble driver is Luke Hines in that 17. Can Clay Christopherson or Samuel Bachman make a run for that final transfer spot? They're going to give it all they got. Jake Hendry in the 171 is back with us. Nether Gears Unlimited entry. Brandon Wright in the 22 and Brandon Aylesworth in the 41. Round out your field of 9 drivers. Up front, lap 6-8, Carter. Cale Smith leading the field. Coming off the high side, it will be Carter. They're starting to stretch out up front. Jesse Ingram in P3. Luke Hines has a mirror full of that 51 machine. Clay Christopherson's going to try the bottom side.
Yeah, that 51 went to work these last few laps, got side by side with the white flag out. We'll have to see what the 51's going to do here. This is for the final transfer.
Carter, Smith, Ingram. Here we go. This is where the battle's going to be. We're going to go 3 wide. Off of turn number 4 for the transfer. Who got it?
Luke
Hines. 3 wide at the line to start off the season. Doesn't get much better than that.
It's only going to go up from here once we get to B mains and especially the feature. Samuel diving it down there 3 wide. I thought he was going to squeak one out, but Luke stayed to the throttle there and made it look pretty easy on the outside.
All right, drivers, 8 laps to get it done. Top 4 heading to the feature. Leader needs you 1.5 car length behind the pace truck. Everybody else, half car length between yourself, the car in front of you once you get the 1 to go. Again, you got 8 laps to get it done. Top 4 heading to the feature. Everyone else going to a consolation of sorts. Race hard, race clean. Good luck. Anthony Morano, Braden Carter on the front row. Matt Grimm, Patrick Spangler in row number 2. Donald Ingram, Reed Sanders in 3. Randall Dixon and Big Mike in row number 4. Who do you got?
Man, new team since we last been here. Car looks sharp. I know he's got speed. I've raced with him a ton in hosteds this year. Anthony Morano is going to get it done.
Yeah, I'm going with the new Braden Carter on the 5-car 05 on the outside. But as always, as you say, Morano, we got to go on board and say hello to Sherry. His wife is on the hood of that car every week, has been every season they've been with us. Sherry, if you're out there tuned in, you are once again on board that 32 machine. Welcome to the show. Braden Carter in the 05, that is Michael Carter's son. And I've been watching him a little bit. He's pretty stout, but don't count out the 91. That's Matt Grimm from the Wyobe stables in that 91 car. Kind of a sprint car specialist, but he can wheel just about anything, Clayton.
Yeah, no doubt. We saw a lot of talent in a lot of different series last year. We'll see what he's about in the 358s.
Green flag is out. We're underway. Grimm pushes the 32 of Morano to the flag. Looks like Matt Grimm going for the bottom, trying to get underneath the 5-car of Carter. It's Grimm and Carter side by side for the runner-up position. The 39 car, that's Patrick Spangler in that 39. I think Patrick is actually either Air Force reservist or was in the Air Force. Like to thank Patrick for his service to our country either way. And likewise to you, Clayton, active duty Navy. Thank you for your service to our country, my friend.
Absolutely. It goes both ways, man. I appreciate yours.
Yeah, it was a pleasure. Patrick Spangler holding down the 4th and final transfer position. Donald Ingram, the driver out of Georgia, also Air Force member, Clayton? I can't remember.
Yes, Donald Ingram was in the Air Force for 8, I believe. Same job as me, just different command. So cool to talk about the job the few times that I've gotten to sit down and talk with him about it.
Up front, 32 car getting it done on lap 5 of 8. That is Anthony Morano. Braden Carter holding down P2. Cutting off that low line. Not letting that 91 car of Matt Grimm get even enough steam for the slide job. Looks like Spangler is flirting with that high line. Maybe we can get a look at that. Let me see if I can find the...
I was just about to point out that right rear on the 39 car was off of the cushion off of 4, and he still was able to get drive off and close in on the 91 of Matt Grimm. Patrick Spengler looks very, very fast right now. Man, Braden Carter's playing a lot of defense, smart moves right now. You know, the higher you finish, the higher you start in the feature. But watch out for that 39 if he can secure him a spot in the feature.
Matt Grimm in P3, 39 all over the rear bumper. That is Patrick Spengler coming to the checkered flag. 32 car has it under control. Braden Carter, the youngster out of Virginia, gets it done. Spengler goes to the bottom. Can't quite get it done. Finishes P4. Morano, Carter, Grimm, Spengler, your top 4. Heat 3 to the grid. Heat 3 to the grid, please. All right, drivers got 8 laps to get it done. Top 4 heading to the feature. Everyone else going to a consolation race. Leader going to need you 1.5 car length behind the pace truck. Everybody else, once you get the 1 to go, tighten it up. Half car length between yourself and the car in front of you. Initial start is on green. Race hard, race clean. Good luck. Dylan DeWert, Joseph Grandy on the front row. Spanky Grinner, Anthony Marfulio in row number 2. Caden Berry, Travis Anderson in 3. Levi Whitlock and Malachi Smith in row number 4. You got a pick?
I was just about to ask you for yours this time.
So, a good friend of mine and the NorCal Dwarf Kart Racing Association championship driver in the pro division. I'm going with that 12 car of Spanky Granert.
Okay, I think I'm going to go to his outside and take the 238 of Anthony Marfulio. I've seen nobody better run the bottom when it's a top dominant track than Anthony. I think Anthony can get past these front 2 guys. Joseph Grandy, however, had a lot of speed, P2 in the trial race last week. But I think that 238 can make something work if he can get down to the bottom and sneak around these guys while they all fight for position.
20 car, that's Dylan DeWert at the front of the field. Again, he just signed up, 45 minutes ago or so. We'll see how the new driver in that 20 car does, FTM driver it appears. And yeah, I've heard good things about Grandy as of late in this Coast to Coast Racing League, which is our a big supporter of us. It's actually where we got the idea and where we came from. So we'll see how this plays out. Coming off the turn 4, green flag is out. They are side by side at the line. Grandy with the good jump. 20 car down low. Grandy goes for the lead. 518 put him at the point. 20 car of Marfulio and DeWitt are going to battle it out. Or DeWert, my apologies. Battle it out. DeWert working that bottom side. He's able to move back up. Anthony Marfulio is back in P3. We're side by side by side. In the 4th position is 12 car of Spanky Granert. To his outside is Travis Anderson in the 330 machine. So Granert currently in the transfer. Up front, we went 3 wide. Anthony Marfulio, driver out of New Hampshire, stuck his nose in there. He's going to lose a couple positions. Up front, Joseph Grandy getting it done. Dylan DeWert in tow. The 20 car is not letting the 518 get far. Travis Anderson in that 3-3. We're going to go 3 wide off of turn 2.
How about that battle for the transfer? They are 3 wide, throwing it down for the top 4 right now.
Granert makes a move inside the 238 of Marfulio. Marfulio is going to return the favor on the opposite side of the track. He goes into the final position.
Look at Caden Berry. Caden Berry taking advantage of all the fighting going on, snuck his way up into there. He's now in the top 6 looking to get into the show.
Yeah, Caden Berry, the Wyobe driver, drives a sprint car out on the East Coast. He gets a little bump from the 12. He's able to hold on to it. Berry and Marfulio, both out of New Hampshire, are teammates, or were teammates. I think they've kind of went separate ways, but very good drivers out of the East Coast. Up front, Grandy, that's the best place to be right now because behind them, we were side by side. Berry's going to throw the slider. Crossover coming from the 238 with 1 to go. Granert, 238 dives it down low. Going to try to slide underneath the youngster. Gets a little bump up front. Grandy got his, over the top goes the 20 car. What will that do? Anderson, no. Granert, Caden Berry sneaks in. Dylan DeWert goes from second to the back of the field with that little slip up off the top of turn number 3. Heat 4 to the grid. Heat 4 to the grid, please. All right, drivers got 8 laps to get it done. Top 4 heading to the feature. Everybody else going to one of the mains. Leader going to need you 1.5 car length behind the pace truck. Everybody else, once you get the 1 to go, tighten it up. Half car length between yourself, the car in front of you. Initial start is on green. Restarts are on the leader. Race hard, race clean. Good luck. Kelly Wheeler, Kurt Schatzer on the front row. Michael Vitale, Billy Roberts in row 2. Jordan LaFawn and Chris Cox in row number 3. Jeff Kemper, James Ingram round out your field of 8 drivers.
This heat race winner is going to be, I got to go Michael Vitale. Michael Vitale is one of the best I've seen drive. Ooh, 2 Gears Unlimited rides in that second row. I don't know. Michael has really shined at Lernerville with all the racing I've done with Michael. I think that 213 parks it up front tonight.
Got Gears Unlimited side by side. That's hard not to pick. I'm going to go with my teammate. That's Kurt Schatzer on the front row in that 18 car. The dirt track bank entry out of Pennsylvania. So let's see what happens here. Don't count out Billy Roberts in that 99 car either. Very stout. Jordan LaFawn in the 11, the driver out of Indiana, starts a little bit further back than I anticipated. This is only week 1, so we'll see how this plays out with Chris Cox to his outside. So we're getting ready to go. Pace truck has exited, leaving the field to Mr. Kelly Wheeler in the 110 car. Yes, there is actually an invisible 0 behind that 11. With Kurt Schatzer to his outside, he's holding the field, getting ready to go. Coming off at turn number 4, you can see the start cone. We are underway in heat number 4. Schatzer with a good start on that outside. I think that outside in 1 and 2 is going to start coming in. Schatzer able to run away from the field a little bit. Billy Roberts moves up in the 99. Roberts tipped in that high side. Makes a little bump there on the back of the 18 car. We're side by side. Kelly Wheeler, he's stuck on the bottom side. If he wants on the top side, there's no room up there. He's going to have to make room. Chris Cox, the 515 car. Billy Roberts over the top.
Flipping off of 4.
Caution comes out. First caution of the night.
Man, definitely showed the most speed there, too. Tough break for that 99.
Let's take a look.
Oh, he just oversteps it and rolls it. All the way into pit road, through the invisible fences. That 99 went for a ride, for sure.
There is the 99. Let's see if we can see. Just goes over the top at Lernerville. Couldn't catch it. After that, he's along for the ride. Kurt Schatzer at the front of the field. He's got Kelly Wheeler will be beside him. Chris Cox, Michael Vitale now in that 213. He moves up into the final transfer position. The 11 car, that's Jordan LaFawn. He's in P5. Jeff Kemper in P6. Kurt Schatzer will restart as our leader. He did declare, I think I heard inside, Clayton?
Yeah, I very surprised with that. We saw the jump that he had on Kelly being on the outside. Hopefully Kelly, you know, can pay him one back here and Kelly get back up to the front of this thing.
Schatzer in the 18. On the inside, that is your leader coming to the restart. Restart is on the leader. Good restart by the 18 car. Once you're out front, you get to set the pace, and he did so. Kelly Wheeler, Chris Cox, Michael Vitale in the 213 is in the final transfer. Now he makes a pass on the 515. Des Moines Ire driver Chris Cox. Jordan LaFawn working the high side. He's got Jeffrey Kemper below him. Kemper and LaFawn need to make that pass to get up in that 4th and final transfer position. A little bit of accordion back in the back. Kurt Schatzer running the high side. We're 2 wide. Michael Vitale getting it done on the bottom. He's going to slide up underneath that 1 10 car can't get it done. Vitale starting to work that middle line, Clayton.
Yeah, Michael knows when to get down there. I've seen him win a lot of races down on the bottom and the middle here. Looks like we got a lot of marbles, that loose dirt that you don't want to be in on the top side right now. Track looks very middle dependent right now. These guys are going to have to get up there and burn that top off, get it blown away if they really want to utilize the momentum of this track tonight.
Boy, what a tight pack here. You got Michael Vitale. Oh, Kelly Wheeler just went off the top just a hair. That will open the door for Vitale. Vitale slides up with 1 to go. Chris Cox is trying to take advantage. Jordan LaFawn trying to take advantage. We are under a blanket for the final transfer. Jordan LaFawn pushes his way in, gets underneath Chris Cox, coming to the line. Who do you got?
Michael Vitale, Kelly Wheeler, Chris Cox. Obviously, Kurt Schatzer smoked it there, but Michael Vitale, Chris Cox, and Kelly Wheeler are your final 3 transfers.
C main to the grid. C main to the grid, please. Hell, I can't even remember how many laps the mains are. I think 10. All right, drivers, welcome to the C main. All the same rules apply. Leader, 1.5 car length behind the pace truck. Everybody else, once you get the 1 to go, tighten it up. Half car length between yourself and the car in front of you. Restart is on green. The initial start is on green. Restarts are on the leader. Please make sure you declare inside or outside once given the 1 to go. Jake Henry, Reed Sanders on the front row. Dylan DeWert, Jeffrey Kemper in row 2. Brandon Wright, Big Mike in row number 3. Malachi Smith, James Ingram in row number 4. And Brandon Aylesworth rounds out your field of 9 drivers in the C main. And I have no idea how many transferred, and I'm the one that set this format up. You can definitely tell it's week 1. Randy Carter out in the audience, sponsor of the Pro Late Model Division, cheering on the CTM boys. Randy, thank you for joining us. Grandma Pete, I see you out there. Welcome once again. We've missed you since we've been away for however many months it's been. Welcome to everybody. Rhonda is out in the audience cheering on that 12 car as usual. Roxanne Jones cheering on the Braden Carter. So welcome everybody. It might take us a couple weeks to get back in our groove, but we are back. It looks like the drivers have not missed a beat. Jake Henry in the 171, another Gears Unlimited driver. He's got Reed Sanders to his outside. Watch that 181 and the 20. Do you have on your board how many transfer, Clayton?
Yes, sir. Looks like I have 4 going to the B main, and then out of the B main, we've got a huge stack up in 1 and 2.
Looks like everybody's able to drive away.
4 to the B main, and then out of the B main, it shows 8 to the feature. But you and I both know iRacing likes to make its own decisions when it comes to consolations, so we'll pay attention to it and see what goes down after this.
Reed Sanders takes over the lead. Reed Sanders was with us in our last season that we were on. I can't remember. I think it's back in March. He was the sponsor of our Pro Late Model Division, I believe. 181, that is Jeffrey Kemper getting the EOL from Race Control. He'll go to the back of the field.
So, I know we're on broadcast. I have the 171 involved in that. iRacing is having him go back to the front. Is there a specific thing you'd like me to approach on this real quick, or would you like me to just let iRacing control it?
Yeah, let them control that.
Okay.
Yeah, we'll let them control it. Just... So Jake Henry back.
iRacing bugs.
Jake Henry back to the point. Reed Sanders in P2. Dylan DeWert and Big Mike in that 25 machine. Big Mike just joining us this year. I wish I could remember where he's from. Had a great conversation with him not too long ago. He's got a super cool sim rig. I don't know. I asked him to put it up on our sim rig page on Discord. Show off my rig or whatever. whatever that's in. Sounds like a super cool. We're back under green. Jake Henry, 10 laps. We're on lap 5 of 10. Henry to the point. Reed Sanders in P2. Dylan DeWert, he slides underneath the 4 car. So the 20 trying to get underneath. Big Mike, he's in the final transfer position. The 50 car of Malachi Smith, he wants that position, as does Ellsworth. Ellsworth in the 41's making a run of it. Malachi Smith in the 50. Big Mike still in that 25 machine is in the final transfer position. Malachi Smith, Brandon Aylesworth, James Ingram. We have 3 of the Ingrams with us tonight. All drivers out of Georgia. They do some towing and a lot of push work out there in Georgia dirt tracks. So I'd like to thank them, as always, for joining us. Lap 4 of 10, now 5 of 10. Dylan DeWert, he's looking on the bottom side, trying to kind of measure up that 171 car. You can see Henry running a little bit different line. DeWert dives it down low. What do we got? He's going to try the bottom. Side by side.
Dylan DeWert, that last lap was almost 2/10 faster than the whole field. Dylan DeWert really putting in some killer laps right here. Caution is out. Gonna have to see what happened here, and Dylan's gonna have to hope for a good restart here to get that lead.
Looks like Brandon Wright is showing on my board in that 22 machine. So we're working lap 6 of 10. I'm showing Jake Henry on the point with Dylan DeWert. As you heard, once that track starts wearing in, he's getting better and better. Grandma Pete, I have been absolutely fabulous. Never been better. Glad to be back. Didn't think I'd miss it as much as I did, but being in a real car was also a joy this past summer. So good to be back. But kind of sad the real race season's over. So currently Henry, DeWert, Sanders, and Big Mike in the 25 machine are the 4 current transfer drivers. We're on lap 6 of 10. .171 picks the bottom for his restart, as we have gotten the one to go. Pace truck should exit this time by. Did I set that up single file again?
Yes, sir, but it's all good.
171 with the restart. He's off. 20 car, Dylan DeWert. We saw him coming on strong at the end. Reed Sanders slides in. Malachi Smith in the 50 machine. He's trying the bottom side. He's below that 25 car on lap 7 of 10. Sanders staying down low. Big Mike on the high side in the final transfer position. Jake Henry and Dylan DeWert battling it out. Let's take a look from the gearbox of Jake Henry. You can see DeWert jumping to that inside.
We're going to have a good fight for the win of this one. Dylan's showing some speed right now. We'll see what Jason can do.
Working all lanes. That 20 car is moving around very good, Clayton.
Yeah, absolutely. And for how much he's moving, he was almost another half of a tenth faster that last time around.
We got one to go. Jake Henry holding on to the lead. 20 car slides to the outside. Will he do a crossover and try to stick it down low? He's going to stay up high, get a cut off the high side, coming to the line. Henry, DeWert, Sanders, Big Mike, transfer to your B main. B main to the grid. B main to the grid, please. Hi, fellas. Welcome to the B main. How many transfer, Clayton?
8.
8 drivers transfer to the feature tonight. Leader going to need you 1.5 car length behind the pace truck. Everybody else, once you get the one to go, tighten it up. Half car length between yourself, the car in front of you. Initial start is on green. Everything after that is on the leader. and leader gets to pick which lane they want. 10 laps to get it done. Race hard, race clean. Good luck. Clay Christopherson, Donald Ingram on the front row. Anthony Marfulio, Jordan LaFawn in row number 2. Samuel Bachman, Randall Dixon in row number 3. Levi Whitlock, Billy Robertson, 4. Jake Henry, Dylan DeWert in row number 5. Reed Sanders and Big Mike transfer in row number 6. Clay Christopherson is on the pole in that 51 machine. Clay's been with us for quite a while. Pretty stout. Got Donald Ingram to his outside. Anthony Marfulio is on the inside of road number 2. Green flag is out. We are back underway. Jordan LaFawn trying to make some way on that high side. Anthony Marfulio running the bottom. It is Clay Christopherson at the point. We're going to go 3 wide off of turn number 4. They make it work somehow. We're going to stay 3 wide. Marfulio losing a little ground on the inside. Jordan LaFawn's going to climb in line behind the 51 of Christopherson. LaFawn's going to try to follow the 51 to the point. Good run off the high side. Looks like the high side's coming in. Donald Ingram, he can't get to the high side with LaFawn there. Will the 10 car now move up? Yes, sir. 10 car on the high side. 007 James Bond. That is Samuel Bachman. Coming off the high side. Ingram can't seem to stick the high side. Kind of running a little bit shallower than the other two, but no one as shallow as that 238. That's Anthony Marfulio on the bottom of the track, currently in 6th position. Up front, Clay Christopherson getting it done. Jordan LaFawn in P2 in the 11. Donald Ingram, Samuel Bachman in the 007. LaFawn dives to the bottom. Can he make it stick? No, sir. Clay Christopherson a little stout on the high side out of turn number 2. Christopherson will hold on to the lead on lap 5 of 10. We're going to go side by side. That is Samuel Bachman in the 007. He's going to move down. He sees Marfulio down there. He's going to go try to make something happen. Billy Roberts up 3 positions to P number 5. A little bit of contact there between the 10 and the 007. Anthony Marfulio, Dylan DeWert. I'm surprised the 20 car hasn't moved up through the field. Clay Christopherson at the front of the field seems to have control of what's going on. Jordan LaFawn in P2. Will those drivers ride since they have got a ticket to the feature? Billy Roberts is not going to ride. He's going to try to stick his nose underneath the 10 car up. Donald Ingram, Missouri driver, battling the driver out of Georgia. Coming to the high side, 99 car. 10 car's able to stick it. We got Anthony Marfulio way down low. DeWert is up 3 positions. Biggest mover of the race. That is the 99 car, the driver out of Independence, Missouri, with 1 to go. Jordan LaFawn putting a little bit of pressure on Clay Christopherson. Will LaFawn ride his way to a feature, or is he going to try to win the B main coming off at turn 4? They'll go nose to tail. Christopherson, LaFawn, Ingram, Roberts, Bachman, DeWert, Marfulio, Jake Henry. 3 minutes of warm-up. Ladies and gentlemen, we do have 3 minutes of warm-up. We will be right back.
Our biggest thing is getting the word out, awareness of Mission 22, the struggle as it is to fight PTSD and suicide. My name's Corey Decker. I'm the state representative for Mission 22. The issue has been great. We got a bunch of great guys that have gotten together and decided to create this rally. The word's getting out, and it's turned into quite an event where we can actually help a lot of veterans. It's a great event, but you really have to go and see it for yourself, and it's really one of those things that's an experience. Just going that weekend, we've seen how it changes people.
Welcome back. We're getting ready for our 25 lap feature. Let's see who's out here. Miss Gail on the East Coast. Good to hear both of us on the mic. Clayton, ma'am, it's good to have you out in the audience. Been there for a long, long time. It's good to see you back, and saw your message on Facebook actually. So welcome back. Getting ready for a 25 lap feature. I have no idea who to pick at the moment. Don't forget, coming up next, we got Pro Late Models, followed by the 360 Sprint Cars. Feature to the grid, please. All right, drivers, nothing has changed from your heat races other than the number of laps, going 25 laps. Once again, leader needs you 1.5 car length behind the pace truck. Everybody else, once you get the one to go, tighten it up. Half car length between yourself and the car in front of you. Initial start is on green. Any restarts will be on the leader. Leader, don't forget to declare which lane you want, inside or outside, before the one to go. 25 laps to get it done. Welcome to week number 1. Let's close it out in grand fashion. Race hard, race clean. Good luck.
Who you got for tonight?
You know, I hate to pick. I would pick Carter, but I'm not going to do that. I'm going to go back in the field. I, once again, got to go with my teammate. That's the 18 car of Kurt Schatzer coming on the outside of row number 2.
Took my pick.
Hang on, we're not going green. Not going green.
I was gonna take Kurt Schatzer. I'm taking the newbie. I'm taking that 05 of Braden Carter.
Taking the
P6,
youngster.
He's on the outside. I think Braden Carter can rip the top and show these boys he's not here. He's not here to mess around. He's here to win him some trophies, some money. I think Braden Carter will get it done.
Yeah, I know Randy Carter's out in the audience loving that pick currently. The youngster, his dad is Michael Carter, so both of them in this race. Let's see how this plays out. 15 car, he's got 32 to his outside. Watch the 32 car. Anytime Sherry's on board that ride, you never know what can happen. Morano has really come around from when we first saw him, I don't know, 3 seasons ago or so. Grandy jumps to the front. Look at the 518. 32 car gets in the grass coming out of turn number 4. Grandy to the point. Michael Carter, slide job coming. He's going to slide up. No room. Grandy able to get along the outside of the 15 car. It will be Michael Carter to the point. Joseph Grandy, Cale Smith in the 115, Anthony Morano in P4, Kurt Schatzer in the 18, he's up to P5. We got side-by-side racing, some of the best racers on the sim. You can't tell me any different. These guys are running inches of each other and holding down the fort. We're 3-4 wide coming off of turn 4. Clayton, I'm not sure it gets any better than welcome back to Friday Night Lights.
Absolutely. I'm watching 4 wide racing for a spot that's not even in the top 10. And these boys are running each other, like you said, within inches on one of these small start tracks on the sim without a wall. And they're somehow able to go 4 wide and throw sliders in the middle of all this. Beyond me. I couldn't do this. No way. I'll drive them by myself, no problem. We've got the 39 off the corner, off over the top in turn 4. 39 gets it back going here. See if Patrick Spangler can't work up some late race momentum. Not even halfway there. He's got plenty of time to get back up there.
Michael Carter still at the point. Cale Smith, CTM trying for a 1-2. Joseph Grandy with a good run on the high side of turn number 4. He's able to move alongside the 115. Can't quite make the pass. Anthony Morano in the 32. He's in P4. Kurt Schatzer in the 18. He's trying to bottom side with the youngster Braden Carter right behind him in that 05 machine. And Michael Vitale in the 213s battling it out side by side with Matt Grimm. Let's turn it up a little bit.
The yellow flag is out.
Every time
So
we
I
did turn it
jinxed
up
us
last
for the
season,
first time. I jinxed us for the first time. Who do we got here? I see Travis Anderson involved. Let's see if we can see what happened. That is the 33 car on the high side. Billy Roberts along the bottom just gets up into that outside wide 12 car. I'm not sure if contact was made. He exits the server, though, that's for sure. So we'll see what the call is here from our race control guru. Clayton double-hatted. I just get to sit up here at the top. Clayton's got actual work to do.
Yeah, looks like Spanky tries to slide both of them. Props to him for the move. Just does, yeah, not clear. Goes up and feeds that 33 a door and puts him into the wall, and the rest was history. Spanky going to be going to the back here. If I can find him.
EOL for the 012 machine. Michael Carter still at the point. Cale Smith in P2. Joseph Grandy, Morano, Kurt Schatzer. That is your top 5. Braden Carter, Michael Vitale, Matt Graham, Kelly Wheeler, and Jordan LaFond round out your top 10. Let me hear you out there in the from the fans. Who do we got to win the first week of the 358 modifieds? So Michael Carter with working lap 9 of 25, so we do have quite a ways to go. Pace truck is off, as is Michael Carter. Oh, looks like the 777. Saw that one out of the corner of my eye.
Yeah, it looked like middle of the pack kind of sped up, and then a big checkup there.
Didn't come up on my tracker here, so I can't show you what happened. Looked like accordion effect a little bit. Cale Smith up 3 to P2. Biggest mover of the race. Looks like the 11 car of Jordan LaFond, who is coming on. So the 11 car, let's see where he's at. $115 chooses the bottom. Looks like we got some iRacing lineup issues.
You'd love to see it. Grandma Pete taking Jordan LaFond. He looks really good right now inside the top 10. We'll see if that number 11 can't work his way up there for a few more. Here we go.
Back under green, Michael Carter to the point. Cale Smith, CTM boys running 1-2. Joseph Grandy in the 518. He's on the bottom side. We're 3 wide. Graham, Schatzer, and Carter. Anthony Morano in that 32 machine. Got to go on board and see Sherry on board that car as he is. You see the hands inside that 32 machine. Super busy. Gets pushed over the top. Able to drive it back on. You saw that front row right there. Dives for the bottom underneath Kurt Schatzer. We got slicing and dicing. CTM 1-2. Now CTM 1-2-3. Big crash coming out of turn number 2.
Darn. I saw that one coming too.
Let's
Those are the
see
ones
what
you just want to
happened.
yell not to do while it's happening.
So there
Looks
we
like
were. We were
Braden.
coming up to 4 wide. Braden in the 5 car. He slides up in front of Grandy.
Yeah,
Yikes.
He clears them, and
Clears
Joseph Grandy
Grandy.
just naturally tries a crossover here, and unfortunately couldn't with the car that was inside. That one will be on Joseph Grandy.
Kurt Schatzer gets involved. A good car. The 32 goes over. 213 of Michael Vitale involved. He collects the 777, collects the 51 to 238. We got a mess. So lap 14 of 25 completed. Or lap 13 is completed.
We're almost halfway home. As long as we
CTM.
don't turn it up again, we won't key up any big incidents.
Yeah, I'm not going to do that again until next race. CTM 1, 2, 3. You got the young Braden Carter out of Virginia on the rear bumper of his dad. Will he give him a little bit of chrome horn work here? Let's see what happens. Kurt Schatzer on the outside of row number 2. Carter, Smith, Carter, Schatzer, Grimm, Vitale. We're back under green. 13, now lap 14 of 25. Braden Carter going to the inside, trying to get underneath the 115 of Cale Smith. They're side by side. Good run on the high side out of turn number 2 by the 115. Braden Carter now, he's trying the bottom. He's going to come up, get in front of the 18 of Kurt Schatzer. Matt Grimm dies down low. Schatzer stuck in the middle. You don't want to be there. 2 cars over the top, back on the track.
Both of
They
them saving it.
come. Yikes. No caution. Carter, Smith, Carter, Grimm in the 91. There comes the caution.
I was clicking it. I saw it coming, but sometimes this stuff likes to throw it when it wants. Let's see what happens here.
There's Schatzer and Schatzer going off. Oh, just hard into that outside wall. Hard racing, pile up at the flag stand. That's unfortunate.
Hang on, we're not going green. Not going green.
So here we go. We're working lap 16, coming to lap 17. Michael Carter, Cale Smith. Still CTM 1, 2, 3. Good start by Carter. Cale Smith, Braden Carter are your top 3. Caden Berry coming from nowhere. The 11 or the 12 car up 10 positions. 2 Wyobe cars battling it out for 4th and 5th. I have no idea where Caden Berry came from in that 12 car. He snuck up there, up 10 positions. He's going to send it in down low, slides up in front of his teammate. Yeah, that was almost contact. Matt Grimm he goes to the bottom. Caden Berry, Matt Grimm battling it out. Michael Vitale, he's on the outside looking in. Let's take a look at what Michael Vitale sees up in front of him. You see Caden Berry in the back of that 5 car. Berry's not going to wait around. Don't know who that was that snuck up. Billy Roberts on the outside of Michael Vitale. Caution is back out.
Oh, the
12 car Spanky Grenert is in the middle or back of the pack in the 12 car, coming off of turn number 4.
yeah, the 33 caught Chris Cox. He had to lock up himself right in front of Spanky. That one will go to the 33 or 330 possibly. Travis Anderson, yeah.
So there you have it. Nowhere for that 12 car or the 007 of Bachman to go. So we're picking up right where we left off, Clayton, with that 15 car at the front of the field. This is your reigning 358 champion, Michael Carter, driver out of Virginia, drives a stock car out there and is toying with the idea and has the car built, it looks like, of a late model. So can't wait to get the reports. If you go to our Discords, we have a My Real Ride page where drivers post how they're doing throughout the racing season. So kind of cool. If you want to join our Discord, check out Facebook. There's a link that you can join our Discord. Look around, see what the drivers are up to. We're back under green. On lap 20 of 25, Carter, Cale Smith, Braden Carter. 1, 2, 3. Grimm. Oh, Braden Carter gets a little bit sideways. Caution comes out. Anthony Morano in the 32. Looks like Braden Carter just got a little bit sideways in the middle of... Now that's way in front of here. The 32 car does end up after nowhere to go.
Yeah, he took a shot from Caden Berry entering one, turned him after he got on the brakes. Oh, Caden having such a good run. I hate these calls because you could always put it on both.
As you can hear, this is happening live. This is live admin. This is what you get. And Clayton is one of the best at in the biz. So gonna make that call.
Apologize for that. I think out loud quite a bit. Try to give as much
no worries
detail as I can here. Oh man, I need a beer for this one.
Let's see if... There we go, the 12 car EOL in the 358 modified race. Michael Carter still at the point. Let's try to wrap this up. Cale Smith P2, Braden Carter P3. CTM representing at the front of the field. The YOB car, that is Matt Grimm on the outside.
Could have swore I just hit one to green, but my bad.
We're going to go green next time by. Again, lap 21 of 25. CTM 1, 2, 3. YOB on the outside. Billy Roberts and Michael Vitale in row number 3. That's the 213 and the 99. We are back under green. Braden Carter makes the pass on Cale Smith. Matt Grimm throws the 91 down low. Grimm with a good run on the bottom side. Michael Carter with these guys battling. He's going to be able to get away from the pack. 91 car in the middle. Cale Smith to his outside. Ohio driver in the 91. South Dakota driver in the 115. Billy Roberts gets up in the mix. Roberts on the high side. He moves alongside Matt Grimm. The driver out of Missouri, Billy Roberts, the owner-operator of Gears Unlimited. He has been moved up 16 positions. Billy Roberts currently in P4. Working the high side. He's on the cushion. Getting a good run off that high side. The 115 of Cale Smith gets up just in time to block his momentum. Matt Grimm, Kurt Schatzer. Schatzer trying to battle. Michael Carter up front loves what he sees in his rearview mirror. Braden Carter, Cale Smith, Billy Roberts in the 99 with 1 to go. Trying for that final podium. Will we have a week 1 CTM podium sweep Michael Carter coming off of turn 4, running the bottom side, slides to the outside. Braden Carter, Cale Smith, Billy Robert can't quite close the gap. Top 3 start finish line. Top 3 start finish line, please. What a great run, Clayton.
Yeah, absolutely. Braden Carter came on strong at the end. How about that? A brother? Top 2, correct?
Father son, actually.
Father, son. Props to those guys for getting it done.
Let's see if these guys remember how to get to. They shouldn't have forgot how to get to victory lane. God forbid.
No,
There's
and I can
Cale
guarantee you, CTM has probably done a lot of that this year. Looks like Michael Carter's been doing a ton of it in the real race car this year. Props to those kids, those guys for doing it the real way this year and still having all the success that they did.
See if I can get rid of that. Get rid of that. Go here. All right, fellas, I can make that work. Don't forget to go up for your interviews. We will get a word with your top 3 here momentarily.
I'll pull up P3 for you here. Send them your way.
I'm ready.
If my mouse would cooperate. There we go.
Cale Smith, this is Joe. You got me?
Yeah, I got you, Joe.
Man, it looks like we're going to start off right about where we left off. You can't ask for a much better CTM finish than that, my friend. Walk us through that night, full field of cars. It's great to be back, my brother. Walk us through your night in that 115.
Yeah, Joe. It's tough. So I knew with this new update and everything going on, I mean, I've been racing with a lot of these guys. Joseph Grandy's, man, he's quick now, so I knew it was going to be tough. We got up front there, and luckily I was with my teammates, and you know, the cautions were difficult, but the starts are better when you're by your teammates. So was happy to see Braden get up there, and we could take it 1, 2, 3. It was really exciting.
Yeah, man, that's absolutely crazy. If we didn't, we had the 15 and the 115 up front most of the year last year. Now we're going to throw a 05 in there just for good measure. So, man, thank you for putting up. Those of you out there that don't know, the driver with the highest combined points for this evening wins a custom mug from the CTM boys. Cannot be a CTM driver, so it's going to be their name, Got Your Six Racing Network, and their number on it. So thank you guys for that, man. You have become, you know, every year you guys become a bigger part of Friday Night Lights, and I can, from the bottom of my heart, man, I thank you guys very much for that, man. A great run by you. Who do you want to thank on that car?
Yeah, Joe. Hey, thank to you, man. This league, we're all super excited to come back to it. You know, just with the whole Got Your Six Racing Network. I got that on my new wrap here from Redline Race Designs. You know, and everything from the military. Thank you for your service. All the other guys. I know there's some guys in here that served in the military. Got to thank my team, CTM Motorsports. Michael with the win there. He'll probably be up front a lot. Braden. I mean, where he's at right now from being 6 months into where, I mean, he's going to be super fast. So Randy Carter Painting as well, got that on there. I know he's watching. Thank you, guys.
All right, man. Have a great night, and we'll see you in the Pro Late Models, yeah?
Yeah, thanks, Joe.
All right, man. Clayton, you catch up with young Braden Carter. I'll catch up with Braden Clark. Clayton is currently busy. Braden, this is Joe. You got me?
Yes, sir. I got you. What's going on, man?
Hey, welcome to Friday Night Lights. I don't think there's unless you could have beat your dad, I don't think there's a better way to bust your way into the league other than putting it on the podium, man. Walk us through your night. You kept it super clean. How'd you get up there?
Well, I started off 6. I mean, I don't know if it was on broadcast. I kind of messed up before that first caution came out. Got on my brakes too hard, center sideways, but then made some more ground up, got back up to 6. And then I had a good restart. A couple of those cautions really helped me. I was able to get up to 3rd and just ride it out with my dad and Kale.
Yeah, man, great run by the 05 in your first night. Who do you want to thank on the 05 car for your podium finish?
I gotta thank CTM Motorsports, my dad, Kale. I gotta thank Randy Carter Painting. Gotta thank Hillbilly Graphics. I gotta thank you guys as well over here for putting this on. I'm excited to be here. I'm excited for more racing. It's just I'm kind of surprised I'm even here right now. I didn't even think I'd be too good in these mods.
Yeah, man, you showed them how to get it done. You gonna run the Pro Late models?
Yes, sir. I'll be in the Pro Late models.
Right on, man. Best of luck, my friend.
Thank you.
Yes, sir. Picking up right where last season left off, the 15 car of Michael Carter parks it in victory lane. Michael, this is Joe. You got me?
Yes, sir.
Man, from the real ride photos you sent out, it's not much changes from the real world to the sim world. 15 car in victory lane, man. How good did that feel to see that 05 in your mirror coming to the checkered flag?
Oh, it felt good to have them both behind me. I'm more tickled that they run second and third than actually winning, man. That was awesome.
Yeah.
It couldn't have happened any better tonight.
Yeah, can you stack CTM any higher? I'm not real sure. You start off the season with a 1, 2, 3. Randy Carter out in the audience cheering you guys on. You had a few more fans out there. Man, welcome back, bro. It's been a while. Both of you and I kind of took the off season off to get in a real car, but this was pretty darn exciting, man, and a great start for the CTM boys. Who do you want to thank on that ride?
I've always got to thank you guys here, man. You do awesome. You and Clayton, I think Dirt Track Bank, GY6RN. I got to thank CTM Motorsports, Cale Smith, Brayton Carter, my dad, Randy Carter Painting. I got Hillbilly Graphics on there. My mom's watching. Kale's mom's watching. I think we got a few other people watching. So thank everybody for tuning in and thank for what you do here. We're very excited to be back.
Yeah, man. See you in Pro Late models.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, there you go. There's the conclusion of race number 1 of week number 1 of my apologies, Dirt Track Bank Friday Night Lights. We'll take a quick break, and when we come back, we will have the Pro Late model. So we'll be right back.
History repeats itself. History is always happening over and over again. So one of the ways to stop a theme, one of the ways to stop something from reoccurring is to first of all admit it. It didn't take long for us to quickly realize that there was power behind Mission 22, power behind its brand, power behind its message, and power behind its people that represented it.
All right, my friends, day 19 of 22, the 22-day push-up challenge. Day 19 means 418 men and women have possibly committed.
History repeats itself. History is always happening over and over again. So one of the ways to stop a theme, one of the ways to stop something from reoccurring is to first of all admit it. It didn't take long for us to quickly realize that there was power behind Mission 22, power behind its brand, power behind its message, and power behind its people that represented it.
All right, my friends, day 19 of 22, the 22-day push-up challenge. Day 19 means 418 men and women have possibly committed suicide in the last 19 days. I went and looked up my ship, the USS Rushmore. More people who have killed themselves by now than ever served on our ship at one time in just 19 days.
19, 20, 21. One more. Y'all ready for the last one?
Yeah, Mission 22 has become a decentralized nationwide effort to show love, to raise money, to be available for other warriors, to be able to be a point of contact, to let the warriors know, but also for warriors to let other warriors know that there is a community. You're not alone. This isn't happening in silence. You're not forgotten. You know, we brought 4 veterans from all different parts of the United States and brought them together to hike through the state of Oregon.
May God bless you on your journey. Thank you for serving our country and for being willing to go on this walk. I'm praying you feel peace and strength with each mile.
You know, on this hike, some folks found God, some folks remained sober, some folks lost a significant amount of weight to be able to participate. And not so much just a healing walk for us as warriors, but for us to contribute to other people's healing. You know, this hike, we raised $12,000 for endobiogeny. Some of the folks on this hike, you know, they're going to be volunteers for this treatment. And I couldn't be more pleased and more proud because it was difficult. We had a lot of struggles. Not everything on this hike went pretty, but we put some skin in the game. At the end of the day, we were able to raise money, and we'll be able to use that money so guys can get the treatment that they need. The War at Home Monument is an example of our social impact, of our awareness, of our permanent fixture to do the work that we can't always do, to always remind us of what we've lost and what we will lose if we don't reconcile it. What we've done is taken 20 different veterans with their families' permission and used them as a silhouette to cut out of a 3,000-pound plate of steel. These warriors are placed in a V, and this is to show the size of the problem. This is to show the empty space they leave behind. And it's also to be a constant reminder of what happens when we don't listen to the stories of the warriors that fought in our name. Because it's not okay. It's not okay that everyone didn't know about veteran suicide. It's not okay that these things were a secret or left unsaid, or that it was shameful. It's not okay that it's shameful to suffer alone and suffer in silence, because if you ask for help, that you're no longer a warrior, that you're weak.
Yeah. So I come back and I thought everybody else changed. So I pushed my family away. And it took a long time to really realize it because I didn't want to look internally. I got my Class A CDL and hit the road. I was on the road for about 8 years trucking. And this makes me think about how insignificant all of the major things going on are. I mean, what, 1 million years ago, that blew up. And, over time became this.
Whether it's hiking mountains or building monuments, it takes a community to heal a warrior. Warriors didn't get damaged and didn't become separated from the sunlight of the spirit on their own. It happened in the name of this nation. We can change the way we think about war, how we think about warriors, how we think about ourselves, and what we think we're going to do in the American community. We can do it now. We can do it here. And there's going to be another generation of warriors coming. We can set the tone to create a culture that grabs them up and loves them and smothers them in resources, in opportunity, right now.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Race number 2, Pro Late Models, right back here at Lernerville. Clayton is currently doing his race admin duty, so we'll get this show started here. I know it gets a little late out there on the East Coast, so we try to keep the show moving as best we can. We'll call the drivers off the track. As always, here at Got Your Six Racing Network, we do what we do to bring awareness to those that serve their country, maybe came back a little less fortunate than what I came back. So, yeah, man, that's why we do what we do, and greatly appreciate everybody tuning in every week. It's great to create a place where drivers can come out and have a good time. We are not a big fancy broadcast. You don't see bells and whistles and likes and hit this and hit that on the screen. We try to run this like any other race night across America. Just a couple of broadcasters and some great drivers. So we're getting ready to get underway. We'll call the drivers off the track. All drivers clear the track, please. All drivers clear the track. All right, drivers, welcome to week number 1, Pro Late Models, brought to you by Randy Carter Painting. We'll go over a few rules real quick. Those of you that were in the modifieds, this will kind of be a repeat. We'll do this a couple times, and they'll get shorter and shorter throughout the season. We have changed our starts. All initial starts are on green. Restarts are on the leader. On restarts, leader gets to pick inside or outside. If you bring out 2 cautions in any race, be it a heat race, a main, whatever, bring out 2 cautions, you're done for the night in that division. Do not call out other drivers, race admin, or anybody else on race comms. If you do so, depending on the severity of the call out, you're looking at a suspension from the league for at least 1 week, could be more severe. We do give a quick time award, $10 to the driver who puts down the fastest qualifying lap. and that is additive throughout the year. So in week 16, once we pay the Dash for Cash money, that is $150 for each division up for grabs, and we'll send that out to you in week or shortly after week 16. Initial contact is not acceptable at any time. I don't care if it's before the flag, after the flag. If you're on the track, initial contact will not be tolerated. If you do so, you will be looking at a suspension, depending on the severity, possibly multiple months. Discord interviews at the conclusion of the race. In our Discord, there is a broadcast waiting room. Top 3 are to go to the broadcast waiting room for an interview. With that, we'll try to get the show underway as we're running a little bit behind. Any questions, comments, or concerns from the drivers? None heard. After, I don't know, 6 long months, we're back at it, fellas. We're in the middle of week number 1 on our journey to $1,000 Dash for Cash, brought to you by the Dirt Track Bank. So welcome aboard. Let's put on a good show. We're going to advance to qualifying. Good luck. All right, Clayton, welcome back.
Joe.
Oh, got a question here.
We do. Go ahead. Somebody have a question?
Are restarts on meter or on the green?
Restarts are on the leader. The only start that is on green are initial starts. Copy? All right, here we go, Clayton. We got, how many we got in the field? My board runs out at, I can't even see the bottom.
Oh, well, I can tell you we have more than the modifieds just by the list. I'll count here real quick.
Out on the track, the 181, that is Jeffrey Kemper. Once again, Big Mike in the 25 machine. He's new to Friday Night Lights. He's out on track. Forgot to ask where he's from. My apologies, Big Mike. Hopefully you get on a podium. We can find out where you're from. Jason Hines, driver out of Canada. He was quick time in warm-ups. Let's see how the 66 car times in. Travis Anderson is with us in the 330 machine, followed by Billy Roberts in the 99. Billy Roberts is back with us. Let's see if we have somebody that wasn't in. Chase Dinow in the 320 is with us. The 32C on the track. Justin Sick.
Sean Stevens.
Sean Stevens is with us in a pro late model. Really, a driver out of.
Yeah. I was blown away when I saw
Tasmania is with us, kind of a sprint car specialist in that 26 machine. Sean, welcome back to the show, my friend. I'm sure we'll see him in the 360s. Can bet on that. Justin Sick, the driver out of New York, is with us. That is the 15, Justin Sick. Top of the board, let's take a look. It looks like, of course, I turned off the darn thing. Anthony Morano, 14.727, followed by Michael Carter, Brandon Templeton, Jason Hines, and Michael Carter. Now Sean Stevens jumps up into P4. Put that 26 car up to P4. I have no idea. What time is it in Australia right now? Anybody know? Anybody out there? Is it like morning for Sean Stevens, or are we looking in the afternoon? Not even really sure. Cale Smith in the 115. I heard that
11:17 a.m. over there.
So
middle of the day tomorrow.
Middle of the day tomorrow. Cale Smith is out on track, currently 9th quick. Tally Baldwin, Cale's mom, is always out cheering him on. Looks like we're going to wrap it up just about right there. The 16 car, Jordan LaFawn, does super well in modifieds. I'm following Jordan on Facebook. Kids just went to Disneyland. Jordan LaFawn, not Indiana. I can't remember where. I know he's a big Boilermakers fan. But Brandon Ellsworth back with us, driver in that 41 machine. Raced dwarf cars with Brandon Ellsworth this year. Super clean driver and a really good dude. Heat one to the grid. Heat one to the grid, please. I didn't even announce who got quick time. See, man, even we need some time to get caught up here. Anthony Morano with the quick time. All right, drivers, 8 laps to get it done. Top 4 heading directly to the feature. Leader, going to need you 1.5 car length behind the pace truck. Everybody else, tighten it up. Half car length between yourself and the car in front of you once you get the one to go. The initial start is on green. Any restart is on the leader. We'll get to that once we get there. 8 laps to get it done. Race hard, race clean. Good luck. Anthony Morano, Jason Haynes in the front on the front row. Jesse Ingram, Matt Grimm in row 2. Jordan LaFawn, Randall Dixon in row number 3. Michael Vitale, Malachi Smith in row number 4. Brandon Wright rounds out your field of 9 drivers.
Grandma Pete said Jordan LaFawn is out of Lafayette.
Lafayette, Indiana. You know what?
That 11 looks sharp too. Jordan bringing back another killer looking paint scheme this year. See what he can do with it.
Green flag, green flag.
Green flag is out already. We are underway. Jason Hines on the outside. Anthony Morano in that 32 machine. I forgot to look and see if maybe Sherry is on board the late model. Let's take a look. I do not see Sherry on board, ma'am. You need to get on that. You need to get your husband with your name on that car. That must be good luck. It's got to be. Anthony Morano at the front of the field. Matt Grimm P2. Jason Hines, driver out of Canada, in P3. Jordan LaFawn in the 11th car. He's up to P4. Jesse Ingram in the 777. He's up to P5. So your transfer driver currently, Jordan LaFawn, out of Lafayette, Indiana. We just found out. Grandma Pete, thank you. Jesse Ingram, Randall Dixon in the 011 car out on track. Michael Vitale in the 213. Malachi Smith, Brandon Wright round out your field of 9 drivers. Lap 4 of 8. Coming to lap 5 of 8. Morano holding down the front. Matt Grimm P2. Jason Hines P3. Jordan LaFawn is about to have company. That's the 777 driver out of Georgia. That's Jesse Ingram on the inside of the 11 car of Jordan LaFawn. LaFawn wants that transfer position. Yeah, they're going to beat bang coming off of 4. It's LaFawn. We got a couple laps left to go. LaFawn is able to hold off the hard-charging 777. Anthony Morano up front. He's doing okay. Matt Grimm now with company. Jason Hines getting into the mix. Right here, I think Clayton is where the battle's going to happen.
Yeah, these guys have to race hard for that feature. For those feature spots, even spots into the B and C mains. We've got 36 late model drivers here tonight. 24 car feature means we're sending a dozen home and that are not going to be able to make the show and accumulate points. And you definitely do not want to start off the season with a goose egg and be trying to claw back to the top from the start. So this spot right here off of 4 is going to be very, very
LaFawn blocks the 777. It is LaFawn with the final transfer position. Morano, Grimm, Hines, LaFawn, your top 4. Heat 2 to the grid. Heat 2 to the grid, please. All right, fellas. Top 4 heading to the feature. Got 8 laps to get it done. Leader, 1.5 car length behind the pace truck. Everybody else, once you get the one to go, tighten it up. Half car length between yourself and the car in front of you. Initial start is on green. Everybody else, once you get the one to go, my apologies. Initial start is on green. Restarts are on the leader. Leader gets to pick inside or outside. Make sure you tell which lane you would like before the one to go. 8 laps to get it done. Top 4 moving on. Good luck. Michael Carter, Kurt Schatzer on the front row. Cale Smith, Patrick Spengler in row 2. Anthony Marfulio, Chris Cox in row number 3. Kelly Wheeler and Jake Henry in row number 4. And James Ingram rounds out your field of 9 drivers. You know what? Who are you going to pick? I know who I got.
Darn. It looks like Kurt. Yeah. I think Kurt Schatzer is going to give these boys a run for their money.
Man.
Probably tired of the CTM takeover here. Kurt Schatzer is going to have something for him here.
All right, here we go. I'll pick later. I think it's Carter. But all right, here we go.
Oh boy.
Carter on the bottom side, he gets a little jump on Schatzer. Schatzer is really good in a pro late model. Not a bad pick by Clayton. Matter of fact, that's how I met Kurt Schatzer and invited him to join our team, Hammer Down Racing. Was racing late models. So Carter, Smith now. Cale Smith in the 115. Will he slide up in front of Schatzer? No, they go side by side. Patrick Spangler in the current fourth and final transfer position. He has company with Marfulio and Chris Cox. There is not a name I've mentioned in that top 6 that can't win any given race, Clayton.
Oh yeah, Cale just made the move and kind of cut Kurt's momentum off. Patrick Spangler took advantage of both of them off of 4 up to P2.
So your top 4 under a blanket. Schatzer is able to move up. Now Schatzer into P4. Puts Spangler on the bubble. Schatzer tries that bottom side. He pulls up alongside the 115. Can't get it done. So you got Cale Smith and Spangler running the high side. Schatzer kind of stuck down low. Home track for Schatzer. Michael Carter checking out Clayton. He loves what he sees in his mirror as these 3 go at it for that final transfer position. Chris Cox in the 515, driver out of Des Moines, Iowa. He wants that transfer. Schatzer throws it down low, pushes up high. Will that give Cox the advantage? Schatzer able to hold on Cox, but Marfulio slides by on the inside. Move Marfulio up to the final transfer position. Schatzer going to try to battle back on the bottom side. Schatzer off of turn 4. Down low. Marfulio up high. White flag out. Both cars super loose. Cox gets into the back of Marfulio. That gives Schatzer the final transfer. Carter, Cale Smith, Patrick Spangler, Kurt Schatzer. Well, there you have it. Wow.
Anthony Marfulio got tight into 1, and Chris Cox with nowhere to go gets into the back of him, and man, they're both gonna suffer from that and have to work out of a B main.
Heat 3 to the grid. Heat 3 to the grid, please. All right, fellas, welcome to heat number 3. 8 laps to get it done. Top 4 transferring to the feature. Everybody else going to a main of some sort. Again, you got 8 laps to get it done. Leader going to ask you to be 1.5 car length behind the pace truck. Everybody else, once you get the 1 to go, tighten it up. Half car length between yourself, the car in front of you. Race hard, race clean. Good luck. All right, I get to pick first, and I'm picking my teammate Brandon Templeton. There you go.
He took my pick, man. Let's see. Oh yeah, no doubt. Justin Sick, right behind Brandon Templeton. Very fast last season. I think that 15 will make some moves here and get up there.
Justin Sick came on real strong at the end of last year. That was, or last season we had. Look, the 05 of Braden Carter. We saw him come to life in the 358 modifieds. Let's see what he can do in a pro late model. Pace truck is off, leading the field to Templeton. Driver out of Corning, Iowa. Green flag is out. We are underway. Templeton on the bottom side. Gernert gonna go with Braden Carter. Justin Sick gonna slide down low. Will Braden try to get on the inside? Little bit of contact. Braden's gonna send it down low. Slides up. Templeton off the high side. Braden Carter takes over the lead while Templeton goes over the ledge.
Oh man, car just got tight after throwing it in. Tough break for that 31 at Templeton.
Week 1, they make a little bit of contact there, but no harm, no foul. The 31 throws it in, just jumps the cushion. That right front of that car is destroyed. Braden Carter at the front of the field. Here we go. Apple does not fall far from the tree.
I did not even realize that was Braden Carter. I missed that pick, but I still got faith in that 15 to Justin Sick. He's going to get it done right here.
Braden Carter, Justin Sick, Grenert with Christofferson to his outside. That's your top 4 currently in transfer positions. Billy Roberts and Caden Berry are in the road just outside of a transfer. So look for some noise coming from the 3rd row, but up front, the youngster out of Virginia, that's Braden Carter, going to bring us to the green flag.
Good start by the 5
Good
as
start,
well.
the 5. I saw Caden Berry back there jump down low. Justin Sick in the 15 moves up. He's in P2. Spanky Granert, he's in. Oh, car pushes up. He gets it to rotate. The 12 car gets it rotated, comes up in front of the 51, slides down. Granert currently. Oh, somebody gets in the back of Caden Berry. Caution comes out. Caden Berry dives down low, tries to pull it under. See the wheel turn. That car just will not rotate. Then it finally comes around and snaps up in front of the, oh, not really in front of. 51 car gets in the back of the 12 car. Collects Billy Roberts. So lap 5 of 8. Braden Carter still on the point, followed by Justin Sick, the 12 car of Spanky Granert and Clay Christopherson. Top 4 have not changed. Jeffrey Kemper and Big Mike in the 25 in row number 3.
Hang on, we're not going green, not going green.
Waiting for the pace truck to get caught back up. Braden Carter at the point. There is the pace truck. They will gather the field.
We're not going green, not going
Braden
green.
Carter on the point. Trying to get them lined up as we Five car. Next time you're going to need to be a little closer to the pace truck. Hold your line right now, though. Braden Carter with Justin Sick to his outside.
Yeah, that's my bad. I've been kind of distracted
You're
trying
a
to
little
get back
bit
into
busy.
the flow.
I got you.
Yeah,
I got
let
you.
him know. Let him know.
So Braden
Here we go.
Carter on
Back
the
to it.
inside. On lap 4 of 8, heat number 3. Good restart by that youngster out of Virginia. Great restart, cuts down low. Justin Sick now, he changes his line. He's going to take that 15 down low, try to get behind. Spanky Gernert up the P3. Clay Christopherson in the 51. Pulls up alongside the 12. They come off at turn number 4. Braden Carter, Sick, Grenert, Christopherson, Jeffrey Kemper in the 181. He's the first car on the outside looking in at a transfer. Caden Berry, the youngster out of New Hampshire, giving it a wheel. I'm sure we'll see a lot of that 12 car coming up here in the 360 sprint cars, as he's a sprint car driver in real life and a darn good one. Up front, Braden Carter put some gap between himself and the 15. Grenert running that outside. Good run off the high side. Put Spanky up to P2. Couldn't quite stick the pass. Grenert back to 3. Justin Sick now, once again, slide job coming. Grenert tries to get to that outside. Every time they slide up there, I grip my teeth. Clay Christopherson finishes in the final transfer position.
Might have missed that on broadcast, but off of 2, Jeffrey Kemper was in P5. Stepped over the ledge out of 2. Finishes dead last in this, second to last in this heat. He's going to have a lot of work to do tonight as well.
Heat 4 to the grid. Heat 4 to the grid, please. Hi, drivers. Welcome to Heat 4. 8 laps to get it done. Top 4 moving on. Everybody else going to a consolation race. Leader going to need you 1.5 car length behind the pace truck. Everybody else, once you get the 1 to go, tighten it up. Half car length between yourself and the car in front of you. Initial start is on green. Initial start is on green. Every other start is on the leader. Leader gets to pick their position for the restarts. Again, 8 laps to get it done. Top 4 moving on. Race hard, race clean. Good luck. Sean Stevens, Levi Whitlock on the front row. Luke Hines, Samuel Bachman in row 2. Brandon Allsworth, Donald Ingram in row number 3. Chase Denow, Travis Anderson in 4. Dylan DeWert rounds out your field of 9 drivers.
How about Sean Stevens? I've always known him for a sprint car guru, but man, he's showing some speed in the late model. We'll see what he can do in this heat race.
Yeah, you know, I have never seen Sean race anything but a sprint car, I don't think. A little bit of shuffle there on the restart, but driver out of Australia in the 26. He makes a pretty good restart. Levi Whitlock, he's also new to Friday Night Lights. He's up to P2. Luke Hines in the 17 has a mirror full of the 007. That is Samuel Bachman up to P3. Luke Hines in the 17, P4. Donald Ingram and Brandon Aylesworth trying to battle for that 4th and final transfer. Somebody got loose. Looks like Travis Anderson trying to miss the... Let's take a look.
Oh, yeah.
There's the 33 car. You got Brandon Aylesworth down to the inside. 10 car up high. Here comes the 20. Aylesworth just makes contact with that 330 car. That's unfortunate. Up front, the Wyobe driver. That is Sean Stevens in the 26.
Dylan DeWert, 1 spot, 2 spots out of a transfer now. He looks like he's in the preferred lane. Dylan DeWert might be able to get himself into the top 4 and lock into the show. Looked like, from what I saw live, it looked like Dylan tried a slider. It was not clear. Come up and parked it right on that 330. Take a look here.
Getting ready to go back green on lap 6 of 8 in the final heat race. Sean Stevens at the front of the field. Watch the 89 car. That is the final transfer position. Aylesworth and Hines want that position. We are back under green. Sean Stevens with a great restart. Samuel Bachman in the 007 P2. Whitlock and Hines battle it out on lap 7 of 8. We are coming to the 1 to go. Brandon Aylesworth into 41. That car pushes outside. We're going to go 3 wide, beating and banging in the back of the field. That is not a way to capture that last transfer position, which is held by Whitlock in the 89. Sean Stevens dives it down low, coming off of 4. It'll be Stevens, Bachman, Hines, Whitlock, Aylesworth.
The 330 and a late race hit right there into 4 again at 330 of Travis Anderson. As you said, not having a good night so far. Hopefully he can get it pulled together here.
C-main to the grid. C-main to the grid, please. All right, drivers, welcome to the C main. We got 10 laps to get it done. Clayton, how many transfer?
4.
4 drivers will transfer to the feature. Again, you got 10 laps to get it done. Leader, 1.5 car length behind the pace truck. Please, everybody else, once you get the 1 to go, tighten it up. Half car length between yourself and the car in front of you. Initial start is on green. All other starts are on the leader. Leader gets to choose inside or outside. Make that choice before the 1 to go. 4 will transfer to the feature. Race hard, race clean, good luck.
I believe it's, yeah, 4 to the back of the B main and then 8 to the feature. I was thinking the same thing as you. I was like, dang, they go straight to the feature? It's all good. It's week 1.
Yeah,
we haven't had
you
our
know,
scotch. We haven't had our bush lights. We'll get warmed up to it.
Yeah, you know, we only had probably a couple of C mains last year too, come to think of it.
Yeah,
Good stuff.
absolutely. I can't remember many.
Yeah, great to have all the drivers aboard, man. It makes it a ton of fun. Green flag is out. We are underway. Kelly Wheeler on the bottom side with Big Mike to his outside. Kelly Wheeler, will he slide up and get to that outside? It looks like drivers are starting to favor the bottom side now. Not tempt that cushion so much. They got 10 laps to get it done. Chris Cox, Donald Ingram. Chris Cox in the red and black car. He's on the bottom side, the 10 car. Donald Ingram trying to get up there and battle. Again, those of you that watched the first broadcast, he is a arrow. The 22 just goes around, looked like by himself. Brings out the caution.
Oh, yeah, just caught the slick on entry.
Take a look here. Yeah, just over-rotated, collected the Elder Ingram in the 40 machine. That's unfortunate.
A lot of late model guys picking the bottom this time around.
Yeah, they are. You know, they did that same thing in the 358s. I think it's because they just get to restart on the leader. So the field is yours anyway. And maybe the angle going into 1 and 2, I don't know. I'm not sure.
Yeah, I mean, if you get a good enough jump, you know, you can jump to the outside before you're even into 1. If not, you know, you can slide your way up there. You're plenty clear if you get a good jump. You just have to hope that they don't get a crossover underneath you off of 2. Then we've seen what happens there. It becomes a racer's nightmare quick.
Yeah, indeed. Green flag out, lap 3 of 10, now 4 of 10. Wheeler to the point, Big Mike, Chris Cox, Donald Ingram. Donald Ingram and Chris Cox battling it out. Now the 50 car, Malachi Smith wants in the action. And guess who? The 330 is back out there battling. Oh, somebody off the top. They might have got it woed up in time to get back on the track. I'm not sure. Jeffrey Kemper, don't count out the 181 as he is currently in P7. James Ingram in the 40 car. The 22 car, that is Brandon Wright. He's trying to move back up the field with a damaged race car. But up front, Kelly Wheeler has it in hand. Big Mike in P2. Chris Cox making a little noise in that 515 car. Cox pulls up alongside. This has been a good battle, the 515 and the 10. Here comes the Heat 30. Where did he come from? He had a horrible heat race. He is back on it. Chris Cox down low, 330 up high.
Oh, the 50 of Malachi overshoots the wall. And I believe the 330 might have got Chris Cox right there at the line. I'd have to look at timing and scoring here. Oh, don't count out Travis Anderson. He is not letting the heat race define his night tonight.
The
Let's take
50
a look at
car, let's
Malachi.
take a look.
Oh, yeah, just outside at Lernerville, it'll happen.
Tempts that cushion one too many times, just goes over. Into the pit road wall. Lap 8 of 10, Kelly Wheeler on the bottom. Got the 25, Big Mike on his outside. Don Linger, Chris Cox, currently your top four. Watch the 330, Travis Anderson making some noise. He's got Jeffrey Kemper to his outside, so those two cars want to transfer. They'll be hungry. Here we go. Good start by Wheeler. Lap 9 of 10, 2 to go. Wheeler, Big Mike, Donald Ingram. Now Ingram, he's going to go to the bottom side. Big Mike to the outside. Wheeler moves up. Big Mike can't cross over because the 515 was there. Travis Anderson now moving up. We're going to go 3 wide off of 4. Yikes. Anderson moves up to the outside, gets in front of the 181. Chris Cox in the red and black 515, the current transfer. This is for the transfer to the A main right here, or B main. He's there.
He got him.
He made the pass on the outside. Travis Anderson, Wheeler, Ingram, Big Mike, and Travis Anderson move on to the B main.
Wow.
B main to the grid. B main to the grid, please. How many move on, Clayton?
8 to the show, sir.
All right, drivers, welcome to the B main. Got 10 laps to get it done. 8 of you will move on to the show. Everyone else will head home for the night. Don't forget, we got 360 sprint cars coming up next. Leader, going to need you 1.5 car length behind the pace truck, please. Everybody else, once you get the 1 to go, tighten it up. Half car length between yourself and the car in front of you. Initial start is on green. All other starts are on the leader. Leader gets to choose inside or outside. Make that before the 1 to go is given. Again, 8 of you moving on. Race hard, race clean. Thank you for everybody for coming out for week 1. Good luck.
Hang on, we're not going green. Not going green.
I like the look of that 777 on the pole. The driver out of Georgia, one of the 3 Ingrams in the race tonight. But you can't count out that 12 car of Caden Berry either.
Yeah, who are you choosing here? Who's making,
I'm gonna
making
go,
the best out of it?
Yeah, I'm going to go Gale. For Gale, I'm going to pick that 12 car. He's going to go to the front.
Good pick, good pick. If he wouldn't have had the issues he had in his heat race, it was Dylan DeWert's win. He's going to redeem himself with a win right here and lock into the show at the highest spot he can.
There you
Dylan
go.
DeWert, 4 rows back, on the top. He's coming.
Let's see, Dylan DeWert, there he is in that 20 red and white and black car. Up front, Jesse Ingram in that 777. He's going to be hard to beat, and he's got Jake Henry to his outside. He dives down low. Caden Berry in the 12 car tries to go with him. We're going to have a double crossover. Berry crossed over to the 777, and then Jake Henry tried to cross over the 12. It's the youngster from New Hampshire to the point. Caden Berry gonna take the lead. Jesse Ingram and Jake Henry gonna battle it out. Caution comes out. Randall Dixon apparently got involved.
Oh yeah, looks like a 41 off of 2. Gets too loose. Car shoots down into Randall. Oh, Braden in a transfer spot.
Collects the 11 car. For those of you out there, our new title sponsor, the Dirt Track Bank, if you ever get the opportunity to tell them thank you for everything that they do, they stepped up huge this year, and it is an absolute pleasure to have them on board. Jay Burdick, the president and CEO of Malvern Bank, which is Dirt Track Bank is a division of Malvern Bank, has been absolutely wonderful to work for, and he's willing to share the racecraft for all the drivers on the track. If you ever get the opportunity, leave them a comment at thedirttrackbank.com, I believe. Let them know you appreciate all that they do for our drivers on the track. Clayton and I don't make any money from this. We try to pay it all forward to the drivers. Therefore, the $1,000 Week 16 dash for cash. So, yeah, it's sponsors like that make this all possible for these guys on the sim race. Caden Berry with a good restart, 12 car out front. Jesse Ingram, P2. Jake Henry in the 171 in P3. Anthony Marfulio. DeWert, that is your pick, Clayton. He is up 3 positions to 5th. Donald Ingram in the 10 car. Oh, both of the Gears Unlimited cars pound the wall. Michael Vitale in the 213. You said 8 transfer. Is that accurate?
Yes, sir. 8 to the show.
Michael Vitale in the final transfer. He's got Big Mike behind him in the 25. Brandon Ellsworth in the 41 trying to battle back. Brandon Ellsworth is the 2023 Northern California Dwarf Car Racing Association Rookie of the Year. So it's a pleasure to race with Brandon all this year on the real track. Caden Berry at the point.
Yeah, don't look now. Dylan DeWert found the top. He's coming P2.
Working that outside, baby. He is hooked on the cushion. What a run on the high side. You got the 20 car coming. Caden Berry trying to hold him off. Berry running a middle, kind of running a slider line, but it looks like, to me, the high side is the place to be, and the 20 car found it. We got a slide job coming. Crossover from Berry. Berry loses momentum. DeWert to the lead. 20 car of Dylan DeWert on lap 8 of 10. Berry falls back to P2. Ingram, Henry, Marfulio, Billy Roberts, Donald Ingram, and Michael Vitale in the final transfer position. Big Mike in the 25 and Brandon Ellsworth. They're trying to battle for that position. Up front, Dylan DeWert. He's going to check out on the field. Caden Berry with 1 to go is in P2. Let's take a look at the final transfer. That is Michael Vitale. He has a little bit of company with the 25. Up front, Dylan DeWert is going to take the B main win in that 20 car. Caden Berry, P2. Let's take a look. Michael Vitale comes off. 8 transfer drivers. DeWert, Berry, Ingram, Henry, Roberts, Marfulio, Ingram, Vitale. Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to take a quick break, and we will be right back.
The goal at any given race is, of course, to win. And CrowdStrike, AWS, and DXDT were fortunate to achieve championship-winning results in 2020. We're extremely proud to be partnering with Operation Motorsport through our racing initiatives. Their program seeks to place military veterans in various positions inside a real racing team. The experience aids in their retraining, recovery, and rehabilitation.
So my name is Chad Failing. I'm a staff sergeant retired out of the United States Army. I am with Kevin Boehm under DXDT. You're getting creative. You're getting taught to think outside of the box.
We couldn't be more proud to be affiliated with this great program. In the spirit of giving back to the community and creating meaningful opportunities, we are committed to building a diverse motorsports platform with the amazing men and women who have served our country.
When people hear a Till Valhalla project, the first thing they might...
Before they go fast and start to power slide, we salute you with the big blocks, 4 wide, the ground pounding.
When people hear a Till Valhalla project, the first thing they might think of is our shirts. But what most people don't know is that our plaques came first and the t-shirts came second. What some people might not know is that the same shirts that we make day in and day out allowed us to do unbelievable things for unbelievable people. Whether it's donating our proceeds to reduce veteran suicide or gifting handcrafted memorial plaques to the families of fallen heroes, these t-shirts simply stand for honor and freedom, 2 words that wouldn't exist without our heroes. This makes Till Valhalla Project a place where fallen heroes truly live on forever. When people hear a Till Valhalla project, the first thing they might think of is our shirts. But what most people don't know is that our plaques came first.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Get ready for your 25-lap main event. Feature to the grid. Feature to the grid, please. All right, drivers, welcome to the 25-lap feature. Just like all heat races and other features, leader going to need you 1.5 car length behind the pace truck. Everybody else, once you get the one to go, tighten it up. Half car length between yourself and the car in front of you. Initial start is on green. Do not jump the start. Do not pass before the start finish line. Everybody else, once you get the one to go, tighten it up. Half car length between yourself and the car in front of you. 25 laps to get it done. Race hard, race clean. Good luck. Jordan LaFawn, nope, wrong page. Let me get back there. My apologies. Let's see what we got here. So we got Anthony Morano, Michael Carter on the front row, Braden Carter, Sean Stevens in row 2, Graham Smith in row 3, Gernert Bachman in 4, Haynes Spangler in 5, Sick Hines in 6, LaFawn Schatzer in 7, Christopherson Whitlock in 8, DeWert Barry in 9, Ingram Hendry in 10, Roberts Marfulio in 11, Donald Ingram and Michael Vitale round out your field of 24 awesome drivers. You got a pick?
Oh, I am going to take...
Holy smokes, this is stacked.
Oh, man. Oh, I wish he wasn't so far back because Dylan DeWert showed so much speed. I gotta go with the surprise guest tonight in a late model for the first time I've ever seen, Sean Stevens.
That is the 26 car. You know what? I'm going to take your pick. I'd like Justin Sick in that 15 machine coming from way back as him as his buddy Jordan LaFawn rub a little bit of paint. I'm going to go Justin Sick for the win coming off of row number 6. Up front, it is Morano in the 32 machine with Michael Carter to his outside. Again, the CTM boys up front. You got Michael Carter and his son Braden Carter starting 2 and 3. I'm with you. The Wyobe driver in that 26 has been really stout.
Look at his teammate, Matt Grimm, 1 row back in the 91, just to the inside of Cale Smith. This Wyobe guy's got some speed and everything, it appears.
Yeah, and they only ran sprint cars last season until the Dash for Cash. So I'm wondering if they're not preparing for an assault on that Dash for Cash piggy bank. Up front, Michael Carter takes the lead. Morano gets a little bit loose. That opens the door for Carter. Sean Stevens. Yikes, we get a little bit close. Morano, Cale Smith into 115. He's up to P4. Braden Carter in the 5 is in P5. Matt Grimm, Samuel Bachman in the 007. He falls back to P6. battling it out with Gernert in the 12 car. We're going to go 3 wide. Luke, oh, the 15 car, my pick. Holy smokes, we got cars everywhere. I don't even know where to start. Let's take a look. There's the 17 car. 07. Yeah, let's rewind that.
66, I believe that's
60.
Jason Haynes?
It is, indeed.
Yeah. Jason Haynes washes down a little bit off of 4. Might have not realized there was a car that was inside and clipped Justin, and the rest was history. And it looks like we have a second incident here after the caution came out. Oh, Spanky. Possibly?
Back
Spanky
in
Grenert.
the 007. So not a great start to our feature. Don't forget, we got the sprint cars coming up here at the conclusion of this race. Michael Carter at the front of the field with Sean Stevens moves up 2. He's in P number 2. The 115 of Cale Smith, he moves up 3 positions. He's on the inside of row number 2 with the 32 car of Murano on his outside. We're only working lap 3 of 25. Michael Carter chooses the bottom. He's got Sean Stevens to his outside. We're getting ready to go. It'll be Michael Carter. Michael Carter with the great restart. Cale Smith in the 115, driver out of South Dakota. He slides on the inside of Tasmania driver Sean Stevens to his outside. Stevens will get that position. Braden Carter now, the 5 car rolling the bottom. Cale Smith forces his way on that outside between Murano and Matt Grimm. Caution comes back out once again. 39 goes off the high side. Jordan LaFawn. Oh, the 007 was just stopped in the middle of the corner. Nowhere for Jordan LaFawn or Grenert to go.
Yeah, the 10 car. Yeah, the 10 car got into the back of Michael Vitale here.
Michael Carter at the front of the field, still with Sean Stevens to his outside. Murano and Carter. Get one to go here.
Jordan LaFawn displeased, possibly sitting on the front stretch. Hopefully everything's okay there.
All right, drivers, let's tighten it up. Let's get some green laps in. We're only on lap 6 of 25. You guys are better than that. Let's get some green flag laps in. Everyone settle in. Michael Carter at the front of the field. Sean Stevens, P2. Murano, Carter, Smith round out your top 5. Matt Grimm to the outside in row number 3. Oh, not a great restart from Stevens. Carter gets away from the field. Stevens loses. Will he be able to save it? Yes, sir. Coming off the high side. Sean Stevens back in P2. Morano, Braden Carter, Cale Smith in the 115. Smith working that bottom side. Work 3 and 4 wide once again. Your pick, Dylan DeWert, is who you picked initially. He's coming through the field. He's up 9 positions.
Yeah, I didn't think there'd be enough time, but we'll see what that 20 car can do. Definitely keeping my eyes on him.
Caden Berry back there in P11. He's up 7 positions. Billy Roberts up 8, now 9. Gets on the outside of the 777. Michael Vitale, we were looking at the 213. He's up 10 positions in the 213. The Gears Unlimited boys, caution comes out once again.
Look like Billy Roberts, yep. Yeah, Billy Roberts just, again, flirting with the slick up there, you know, and stepped over it.
Top he goes. So, Michael Carter still at the front of the field trying to do a repeat. He won the 358. He is last season we ran, he is the champion of that Pro Late Models. We ran them our last season back when we were on. Moved up from the limited late models to the Pro Late Models. This year we moved up from the 305 sprint cars to the 360s, which those are coming up next. Working lap 10 of 25.
No, and he bobbles here too. Oh!
Caution, yellow flag.
All I saw was Caden Berry sideways.
Here we go. The 26 car now. Carter chooses the outside.
See if Sean Stevens can adjust and possibly get a better jump here.
Yeah, I'm not sure this is a good move. Carter was getting a great start on the bottom. Let's see. Yeah, Stevens is able to go with him a lot better this time from the bottom. Huh. Interesting choice, but Carter to the lead, and he is going to be hard to catch. Sean Stevens in the 26. Braden Carter up to P3. The Carter clan looking for a two-time podium. Here comes DeWert. He's in P4. As we went away, I was talking about the 115. That is Cale Smith. I'd like to thank him for his service in the United States Navy. Who else we got? We got Spanky Gernert is retired Air Force driver in the 12th. Michael Vitale is an Air Force member in the 213 machine. Donald Ingram, Air Force driver in the 10. I'd like to thank all those gentlemen for their service. If you watch our broadcast throughout the night, we play promo videos from companies out there doing great things for veterans. Mission 22, Warfighter Scuba, Operation Motorsports. It's our way to say thanks for all those companies supporting veterans. If you are a veteran, you want to drive with us here at Friday Night Lights, veterans will never pay a fee to drive and race with Friday Night Lights as long as Caution comes back out. Looks like Morano was involved in an incident.
Look like Spanky got into...
Or Marfulio.
Oh, yeah. I've mixed them up all night as well. Hey. Yeah, Spanky just collects Anthony on a slider.
So that is the 12 car of Spanky Gernert is done for the night. Brings out the second caution. His first race with us. Greatly appreciate him coming out and running with us here at Friday Night Lights. It's only week one of 16. Well, 15 regular season, and then the Dash for Cash in week 16 in middle February or so. So, Clayton, cream rises to the top. Look who is at the front of the field here. We got the 15, and guess who is right behind him?
Looks like I got Sean Stevens here. Behind him, Braden, Dylan DeWert. Man, I'm still solid on my pick. Sean Stevens is gonna win it. He's gonna figure out a restart strategy here. He's gonna win it. Sorry, I have a family emergency I'm trying to handle here as well, but
No worries.
I still got the 26. Sean Stevens gonna get it done for me.
CTM boys lined up on that bottom line. Let's see what happens here on coming to lap 20 of 25. Good restart by Carter. He opens a gap between himself and Sean Stevens. Can Braden Carter, the younger of the Carters, get up there? He tries to make his way in front. He will force his way in front of the 26. Sean Stevens is not known for his patience. Will he do with that pass? Stevens, the 20 car of Dylan DeWert now. Stevens still trying to get to that outside. No one is letting the 26 up there. Sean Stevens battling it out. Look who is 1-2. Cale Smith, CTM. You're looking at a second CTM 1-2-3 finish, showing the dominance early on. Sean Stevens in the 26. He's in P4. 20 car of DeWert. He slides inside.
Big Rick on the front stretch.
Caution comes out. There's Billy Roberts in the 99. Don't see anything there. Oh, it's up in front of him. That is Michael Vitale. Let's take a look at the 213 as soon as I can find him. Vitale, something happened to the 213 car. Coming in underneath the 17, slides to the outside. Yeah, just hooks that right rear of the 213, and around Vitale goes. Lap 23 of 25. The conclusion of this race, we will only interview the winner as we are running short on time. 360s are already up and should be underway by now. So we'll close this out. We'll interview the winner and we'll move on to the 360 division. Michael Carter on the inside of Braden Carter. Randy Carter has to be absolutely beside himself right now out there in Virginia. The title sponsor of the Pro Late Models has son and grandson, I believe, on the front row. Sir, money well spent. The guys are putting on a great show for Randy Carter painting out there in Virginia. And Cale Smith is also in the mix for a top 3. Don't look now, DeWert, he's going to throw it down low, slides up. John Stevens, what a great run off of turn 2 by the 26. He's going to slide up and he collects somebody. Was that the 115 of Cale Smith? That was ugly. There's the 26. He gets on the inside. He hits down low. There's nowhere to go on that outside for Stevens. He slides up into the 115 and almost the 5. Holy smokes, the 115 goes for a heck of a ride. Collects the 007. Holy smokes.
I did not expect that. I thought Sean was gonna maybe run him tight, you know, force him to lift. That I know. If I know Sean Stevens with how much success we saw in the sprint cars, you know, it's tight racing. Sean loves, you know, he's a sprint car driver. Those guys do 150 miles an hour every night. You know, he's used to hauling the mail. That wasn't intentional, but definitely overstepped right there. But
it could have been a much heavier car, right, with more momentum to the outside.
Absolutely.
Maybe
yeah,
a sprint car would have held up short of that. Yeah, just unfortunate event. We're going to go green, white, checker, are we not? So here we go. Restart, Michael Carter. Braden Carter to his outside. Michael Carter with a great restart. The 20 car of Dylan DeWert. He's going to try to work the bottom. Morano follows Braden Carter on that high side. The 20 car trying to work the bottom. He's going to slide up. No room. 1 to go. Michael Carter. Braden Carter P2. Anthony Morano in P3. DeWert in the 20 car. Worst nose to tail now. I think that's all she wrote. 15 car dies for the bottom. 5 car dies for the bottom. The 32 stays up high. No room. Carter, Morano, your top 3. Top 3 start finish line. However, we will only interview the 15 car of Michael Carter as we got to get to the 360 race. Top 3 start finish line, please. What a heck of a run, man. It's kind of rough, but it's Lernerville, I suppose.
It's also late models with this new update, man. These things push like crazy. I can bring up the 15 of Michael Carter here. Hey, Michael, it's Clayton in the booth. You got me?
Yes, sir.
Man, I tell you what, there's nobody better to go out there and lead the whole show than you. Rolling on momentum from last year, buddy. How'd you get it done tonight?
Just that top was there, man, on that start, and it just played in my favor. When them green flag starts, sometimes it helps you and sometimes it hurts you. And tonight I was fortunate enough to be on the top, and it helped.
Yeah, we saw a lot of guys get into mostly 3 and 4 and blow the cushion, completely overshoot it, man. What were you doing different to keep you on the racing surface and not do that? Throttle control, more of a throw in? How were you able to get it done up top?
Just driving like my real car, trail braking and throttle control. It helps a lot. A lot of people don't use the brake on here, but it actually helps a lot if you get it down pretty good. So I just
Yeah.
roll on that top, man, and just holding on for dear life there a few times, but it worked out.
Yeah, man, you have absolutely showed that you know how to drive this thing about as real as it gets. A lot of success this season I've seen according to according to the channel, posting all your wins and stuff. Congratulations on your season, man. You're killing it out there. You're killing it here. Who do you got to thank on that car and the real car, everything? Who do you got to thank for you doing what you do?
I really appreciate that shout out, man. It means a lot. It's been a great year. We had 5 wins, and I gotta thank my dad the most. He gives me all the equipment on the track. In real life, he's got me a late model and street stock. So if it wasn't for him, I wouldn't be doing what I love to do. So I gotta thank him the most. Randy Carter Painting, CTM Motorsports, Cale Smith. Cale helps a lot in the real car and in the iRacing. My son Braden, we're gonna try to get him in a car here soon. My mom's watching. Love you. My dad. Hillbilly Graphics, you guys here, Clayton, Joe, everything y'all do here, Dirt Track Bank, really appreciate it. I'm glad to be back.
Yeah, man. Pops, he's proven to you twice now. He's podium finishing in this league. I would assume that race car is coming for little Braden here soon. How old is Braden, if you don't mind me asking?
He just turned 16, and he's doing awesome, man. I'm very proud of him. Shout out to him. He's just had it for about 6 months. Actually, we got it for him at Christmas, and he's really caught on fast. Really proud of him.
Yeah, man, he's killing it. So hopefully you guys gonna be around for sprint cars. I can't remember. Do you plan to show up and run these?
Oh, we're talking about it. I think Braden is. I might give it a shot here. We'll see.
Nice. Well, good luck, buddy. We wish you the
All right.
best, and I'm sure we'll be talking to you again next week.
Thank you, guys. I really appreciate it.
All right, man. Take care.
You too.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, there are the pro late models. We're going to take a quick break, actually as quick as we can take. When we come back, we will be with the 360 sprint car, so we'll be right back.
Our biggest thing is getting the word out, awareness of Mission 22, the struggle as it is to fight PTSD and suicide. My name is Corey Decker. I'm the state representative for Mission 22. This year's been great. We got a bunch of great guys that have gotten together and decided to create this rally. The word's getting out, and it's turned into quite an event where we can actually help a lot of veterans. It's a great event, but you really have to go and see it for yourself, and it's really one of those things that's an experience. That just going that weekend, we've seen how it changes people.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. A little bit of a, well, first of all, I need to update my stuff here. Looks like I didn't update the overview. Let's go with this one. Welcome back. We're at 360 Sprint Cars to close out the night. We're getting ready to call the drivers off the track. Thank you all for sticking around with us. Not sure how many cars we have in the field, but because of those of you on the East Coast, it's getting real late. So all drivers clear the track. All drivers clear the track, please. Getting a little bit late on the East Coast, I would think. Let's see here. All right, drivers. Welcome to week 1 of Dirt Track Bank Friday Night Lights. So those of you that haven't been in the previous race, change to the restarts. Initial start will be on the initial start will be on the green. All the restarts will be on the leader. Leader gets to pick inside or outside. 2 cautions in any division. You're out of that division for the night's call-outs. Don't call out any driver. Don't call out any admin of the league, or you're looking at a suspension. Quick time award will be given. $10 for each division. If you get the quick time after qualifying, that will be paid in week 16. It's $10 a week times 15 weeks, $150 per division up for grabs. Intentional contact will not be acceptable at any time. If you do so, you're looking at a suspension. After the race, top 3 go to the Discord for interviews. Any questions, comments, or concerns due to us running late? Now would be the time if you have those questions, comments, or concerns. None heard. We're transferring to qualifying. I wish you the best of luck. All right, now we've transferred. We are with the 360 Sprint Cars. I'm having a little bit of technical issues here. Let me see what we got going on. It wouldn't be week 1 without technical issues, would it?
Not one bit.
Let's go. Trying my best to get it back, and it's just not cooperating. Let's show that. Hide that. Sorry, ladies and gentlemen, my different views are not working. Bear with us. There we go. All right. Matt Graham at the top of the board. No surprise there in the 91 YOB car. 13.028 for Grimm, driver out of Ohio. My apologies. A little bit of technical issues. It's our first week also. Sean Stevens in the 26 car. We got Graham Spangler, Marfulio Stevens, and Barry, your top 5. I think we're done qualifying, are we not? Samuel Bachman, Gernert out on track in the 12 car. Good looking wrap on the 12 car. 13th or 23rd quick with the 0. That's not what I'm looking for. We want to go with.
I can tell you, I just completed 2 test drive laps as the guys were getting ready for qualifying, and I'm happy that I'm not in this race.
It's a little tough, is it?
I overshot the ledge on all 4 corners 88 different times. It seems so. I'll leave it up to these guys, and I'll sit back and make the calls.
Yeah, man, I could not imagine. You know, we race in Chico. That's where the World of Outlaws guys race too. They kind of got a drop off like this on either end, but man, those guys they build up about a 6-foot high cushion that you can't even get over. But when it's a fresh track, man, it's you could go right off the end. All right, here we
How
go.
about,
Matt Grimm with the quick time. Heat 1 to the grid, please. Heat 1 to the grid. All right, fellas, 8 laps. Get it done. Top 4 moving on. Leader going to need you 1.5 car length behind the pace truck. Everybody else, once you get the 1 to go, tighten it up. Half car length between yourself, the car in front of you. Initial start is on green. Every other start is on leader. Leader gets to pick inside or outside. Again, 8 laps to get it done. Top 4 moving on. Race hard, race clean. Good luck. Matt Grimm, Sean Stevens on the front row, Jason Haynes, Brandon Allsworth in row number 2, Chris Cox, Cale Smith in 3, Jesse Ingram, Samuel Bachman in 4, Kelly Wheeler, Luke Hines round out your field of 10 drivers. You got a pick?
Oh man, give me 1 second here. Already, I don't even know who's in this. We're
You
gonna
got
go
Grimm and
with.
Stevens on the front row, 2 Wyobi cars.
How do you not?
Woo!
I don't know, man. Matt, I hate picking the front guy because it's such an easy pick. Matt Grimm is almost a 10th quicker in qualifying in a fixed setup sprint car. I'm going with Sean Stevens just so I don't pick the leader. Sean Stevens.
I don't even know what you call it. Matt Grimm's going to win this thing. Going away.
Yep.
Green flag is out. We are underway. Sean Stevens on the high side. That's Wyobi Racing at the finest. Will Grimm be able to slide up? If Steven gets to the lead, he's gone. He's on the high side. Matt Grimm is on the bottom. He's able to make that work. Those two are going to battle it out. Slide job coming from Stevens. Stevens is able to take over. The front 2 are going to put on a show. Back in the back, you got Hines in the 66 car, followed by Brandon Ellsworth in the 41. This is his first. Talked him into getting into iRacing, actually, at a race at Placerville this year. And here he is, not more than a couple months ago he started. 41 car, he's up to P4 in the final transfer position. Cale Smith in the 115 is in P5. Chris Cox, Jesse Ingram, Kelly Wheeler in the 11 car, Luke Hines, and Samuel Bachman. That rounds out your field of 10 drivers. Matt Grimm, Clayton, is holding his own.
Indeed he is. We saw kind of a late charge about mid-season. You know, Sean Stevens was the Wyobi guy. Matt Grimm stepped it up. I don't know what happened, but Matt Grimm has gotten a lot faster. I think besides picking who our winners are throughout all these races, how many Wyobi guys are we going to interview tonight? I'm calling a Wyobi sweep.
Wyobi sweep? Oh, yeah, you got Caden Berry, you got Sean Stevens, you got Matt Grimm. Currently, Brandon Ellsworth in his first 360 race with us takes the white flag in a transfer position. Canadian driver Jason Hines in the 66 is in P3. Sean Stevens, Matt Grimm. Grimm increasing his lead, going away at the flag stand. Grimm, Stevens, Haynes, Ellsworth are your 4 transfer drivers. Brandon Ellsworth is just a super good dude in real life, man. Prior Air Force guy. Actually works on the base as a civilian. Just a super good dude. And his wife, the food, holy smoke, she brought food to the race. All right, now you're getting me hungry. Heat 2 to the grid. Heat 2 to the grid, please.
I was about to say, I just ate, and I'm about to go heat up food if you talk any more about it.
All right, fellas, 8 laps to get it done. Top 4 transferring to the feature. Later, going to need you to be 1.5 car length behind the pace truck. Everybody else, once you get the 1 to go, tighten it up. Half car length between yourself, the car in front of you. Initial start is on green. Do not jump the start. Do not pass before the start finish line. Again, you got 8 laps to get it done. Race hard, race clean. Good luck. Yeah, it was a pleasure. Brandon Ellsworth, aunt and uncle, coming to the track Patrick and Shauna and his wife, and this was his first year in a dwarf car, and just, man, what super people. So that's the kind of people that that I like out here running with us week in, week out. So that's good to see.
Racetrack wives are the best wives. They make the best food, they cheer you on the best, and they make the best friends ever. My wife, I can't tell you how many friends my wife has that she has met at racetracks over the last 5 years it's been.
Yeah, it's amazing. Patrick Spangler, Caden Berry, Morano, and Carter. Michael Carter, my apologies. Jeff Kemper. Going to be a tough call. Patrick Spangler is as tough as they come in a sprint car, but he's got the youngster out of New Hampshire to his outside. Caden Berry wheeling a real sprint car week in, week out there on the East Coast. Follow him on social media. Kid is a star in the making. So, yeah, we got some great drivers here at Friday Night Lights, and it's a pleasure to have them all. Let's check out Morano and see if Sherry's on board. There she is. You can see her up there on the on that front wing on the right-hand side. That is his wife that tunes in. I'll have to get a hold of Anthony and let him know she needs to be over here by the Dirt Vision sign to see it better. But again, Sherry, thank you. This is a family gig, and we greatly appreciate you guys participating with us. Pace truck is off. Patrick Spangler will take the green flag. That 39 is going to be hard to beat. You got the youngster to his outside. That's Caden Berry. Spangler dives to the inside. Berry on the high side out of 2. Good run on the high side. Berry changes it up. He tries to dive down low. Patrick Spangler covers that move. Anthony Morano and Michael Carter are going to battle it out. That is for 3rd and 4th. Jeffrey Kemper goes to the high side in the 181. Big Mike back there in the 25. Grenert in the 12. Billy Roberts gets a little bit loose and into the wall, and he's done. He crashed it, and his wing flies off. Billy Roberts, not a great night in the sprint cars. I don't think I've ever seen Billy run a sprint car. Patrick Spangler still at the front of the field on working lap 3 of 8. Caden Berry in P2. Yes, I will correct that. I don't know how I have everything single file. That's my fault. I'll work on that this next week.
How about Patrick Spangler holding off one of the hottest kids I've ever seen in Friday Night Lights?
So Patrick Spangler is a champion in the Coast to Coast Racing League in a sprint car. So I am not crazy surprised. That 39 car, Air Force veteran, by the way, is super stout.
Here's one for you. 13 6s and 5s are the guys' fastest laps during this heat race so far. Granted, we've only been at it 3. Patrick Spangler has a 13.301, 2.5 tenths faster than, again, one of the hottest kids I've seen drive a sprint car on here, Caden Berry. Wicked fast right now. We'll see what he's got going the rest of this heat race.
Yeah, we're gonna work lap 4 of 8 when we get back to it in heat number 2. Pace truck is off, leaving the field to the 39 car of Patrick Spangler. Good restart by the 39. Spangler goes to the inside. Everyone else stays down low. Anthony Morano over-rotates, gets passed by Michael Carter. Move Morano to the bubble. Jeffrey Kemper on the high side. He wants a piece of the transfer action. Up front, running away with it is Patrick Spangler. Can Caden Berry close that gap down? Michael Carter, not known for his sprint car prowess, but here he is in P number 3. What a night for the CTM guys. Anthony Morano in P. Oh, Jeffrey Kemper. Boy, it looked like he went over the edge. Anthony Morano in the final transfer position in the number 32, working lap 7 of 8. We're coming to 1 to go. Oh!
Man, Caden Berry closed that gap with a 13.30 himself, and Spangler puts down a 29. These guys are picking up speed lap after lap. Oh, bad net code between
Horrible
banking
net code. Holy smokes. So next week I will set this up as Pro Late models and 358s double file. Sprint cars will be all single file all night. Keep doing what we're doing tonight, but I will set that up. I got to do that here shortly. I'll be in Yellowstone National Park all next week, so I got a lot of work to do this weekend to get this set up for next week. Patrick Spangler chooses the bottom, green, white, checkered coming up. Green flag is out. We're back underway. Good restart by Spangler. Caden Berry goes along with them. Michael Carter gets a little bit low. He's currently in the transfer position. Don't count out the 181 Oregon driver Jeffrey Kemper on the high side coming out of 4. Good run down the front stretch. 1 to go. Caden Berry gets a little bit loose. What happened to Spangler? Berry takes over the lead. Coming off of 4, it's Berry. Spangler, Morano, Kemper. What in the world happened there?
Yeah, so Spangler slid him into 1 and overshot it. And Michael, or not Michael, I apologize. Caden Berry cut underneath him, and it almost looked like the car shut off in the slide because of how loose he got. These things will stall. And then he was able to pick it up and luckily hold on to second. They had built themselves such a nice gap, but that could have been a very, very crappy ending to a heat race.
Wow. All right, fellas, welcome to heat number 3. 8 laps to get it done. Top 4 moving on. Leader, 1.5 car length behind the pace truck. Everybody else, once you get the 1 to go, tighten it up. Half car length between yourself, the car in front of you. Initial start is on green. Do not jump the start. Do not pass before the start finish line. Race hard. Race clean. Good luck. Marfulio, DeWert on the front row. Dickens, Henry in row number 2. Christopherson, Braden Carter in 3. Donald Ingram, Randall Dixon in 4. James Ingram rounds out your field of 9 drivers. I'm going with the 122. My other teammate, we haven't seen him tonight, driver out of North Carolina. That's Brian Dickens in the Dirt Track Bank 122.
Dylan DeWert.
Oh! Newcomer Dylan DeWert, he's on the outside of Marfulio. Marfulio is a, oh, holy smokes, 51 car got wicked loose on the bottom side. Jake Henry currently in the final transfer position. That 238 of Anthony Marfulio was one of the first sprint car champions of Gears Unlimited back then, Friday Night Lights. So he is no slouch by any stretch of the imagination in a sprint car. Brian Dickens camping out on the rear end of that car. Let's go on the nose of the 122. He wants the lead. Pulls up to the rear tail tank. Dickens falls back a little bit. Lap 4 of 8.
Yeah,
Jake
it doesn't
Henry.
look like it. It doesn't look like it with their on-track speed, but these guys are 0.3 of a second slower than what Caden Berry and that heat race just put all last race. This track is going to change very fast with these sprint cars.
Yeah, a lot of horsepower, big wide tires. Up front, Anthony Marfulio still leading the way, lap 5 of 8. Dickens gets up on the cushion with a great run off of turn number 4, hits the bottom. Will he be able to hold it? Yes, he will. Brian Dickens to the point. Marfulio P2. DeWert P3. Braden Carter in the 4th and final transfer position as they pull a little bit away from the field. The 10 car, he gets in the front of Clay Christopherson, gives him a little bump. Brian Dickens now opening up quite a lead as the caution comes back out. James Ingram in the 10 car, or 40 car, my apologies. Just see what happens here. This goes over the top. That is the father of the other 2 Ingram boys tonight racing with us. Like to thank them as they have come out season after season to join us. Brian Dickens at the point. Anthony Marfulio, P2. Braden Carter, and Braden Carter is sitting on the 4th and final transfer position. Lap 7 and 9. Clayton, I'm was a little bit nervous of switching from 305s to 360s this year, but they're putting on a pretty darn good show. I'm surprised.
Oh yeah, the 360 sprint car, again, like we talked last week, it's the perfect medium for dirt sprint car racing. I don't like the 410. The 305 is like racing on the back of a turtle. This 360 is incredible for racing. High, low, sliders, crossovers, cut downs. This car has it all. They make for a very, very good race.
Dickens coming off the 4. It will be Dickens with the win. Marfulio, Carter, and DeWert, your top 4, transferring to tonight's feature.
Braden Carter 6th to 3rd in that heat race. I did not even know he was in here.
B main to the grid. B main to the grid, please. How many we got transferring?
12, it appears.
12. All right, fellas, welcome to B main. Got 10 laps to get it done. 12 cars transferring to the feature tonight. As like your heat races, leader going to ask you to be 1.5 car length behind the pace truck. Everybody else, once you get the 1 to go, tighten it up. Half car length between yourself and the car in front of you. Initial start is on green. Do not jump the start. Do not pass before the start finish line. Restarts are on the leader. Leader gets to pick inside or outside. Again, you got 10 laps to get it done. Race hard or race clean. Good luck. Smith, Big Mike on the front row. Jake Henry, Chris Cox in row 2. Michael Carter, Donald Ingram in 3. Jesse Ingram, Spanky Grenert in 4. Randall Dixon, Kelly Wheeler in row number 5. Michael Vitale and Clay Christopherson in 6. Luke Hines, Billy Roberts in 7. James Ingram and Samuel Bachman round out your field of 16 drivers. What a great show, man. The numbers this season, the sprint cars are definitely our lowest number of cars for some reason. But how many did we have tonight? I don't even know.
24 have made it, I believe I counted. Maybe 28, I might be wrong there.
Green flag is out. Cale Smith to the point. Big Mike in the 25 car. He's in P2. The 171, that's Jake Henry. He tried the bottom side. Can't get it done. Jake Henry's going to give that bottom a go once again. Slides up. Can he get in front of the 25? No, sir. That was a lot of respect right there, Clayton. This 171 could have slid all the way out to the wall, but he didn't. We do have a crash in the back, however. Looks like Henry involved.
Yeah, we've got 28. Now we'll take a look at what happened here to Randall Dixon.
Looks like those two just got loose.
Oh yeah, just Michael Vitale's right rear slides up a little bit after Randall Dixon. Again, another
Grenert, Vitale, Dixon. That's why you get the big dollars.
Yeah, Randall saved it, and Michael's right rear just put an end to that one. Oh yeah, yeah. Yeah, 1-2 and 1-2, I believe, in heat races.
The Wyobe boys, headquartered out of Australia. It looks like they're going to try to put a dent in the CTM fund tonight. However, Cale Smith, currently on the pole of the B main, is off. Great restart. Boy, somebody fell back. Who was that? Was that Big Mike? Not a great restart. Oh,
we
Michael
got one in.
Carter.
Blake Christopherson with that one.
The 51 of Christopherson in the Jags machine. Oh, just kind of gets wicked loose. Gets into Kelly Wheeler there. Cale Smith at the front of the field. He's got Big Mike to his outside in the 25. This will set the feature for tonight. We are running a little bit late tonight, but we've had more cars than we typically have. For those of you out on the East Coast, thank you very much for staying with us. It's not too late out here in California, but I know just got back from Ohio on a work trip, and that difference in hours, boy, that got to me for sure. Cale Smith, oh, it's on the East Coast for you too, Clayton. My apologies.
Yeah, 9:50 here, but it's all good. We're rolling.
I'm old. Oh, goodness
Michael
gracious.
Carter, big contact on the backstretch. So take a look here, see what happens.
So you got 777 to 171. It's a little bit loose.
Yeah, Michael Carter almost all the way up the track on the backstretch.
Keep race comments to a minimum, please. A little bit of frustration setting in the drivers. Cale Smith, Big Mike. This B main is taking us a while here. Only working lap 4 of 10. We still have a 30 lap feature coming up. This is almost like a Cale Smith chooses the bottom. Sorry, Clayton, didn't know you were on the other channel.
All good. All
This is
good.
getting like a real race night. I got to tell you, when race ends at, I don't even know, we get home at 1 o'clock. Guy my age, holy smokes, my bedtime's 8.
Yeah.
Cale Smith, Big Mike, Jake Henry, Chris Cox now moves up to P4. 171 is had a little bit of struggles here.
Green flag, green flag.
Oh!
No.
And he continues with those struggles. Did they drive out of it? No? We'll line them up and try that again. Cale Smith still at the front of the field. Big Mike in the 25 car is P2. Getting ready to go. Let's tighten it up, guys. Cale Smith with the restart. Good restart by CTM driver Cale Smith out of South Dakota. Big Mike, Jake Henry in the 171. Henry kind of had his struggles here tonight, but he's holding it down. He's currently in P3. Chris Cox in the 515, comes down, makes contact with the 12th car. Donald Ingram in the 10 car. He's currently in P6. We're working lap 7 of 10. Caution comes back out once again. Holy smokes.
Sprint cars are usually the easy one.
Looks like Billy Roberts gets loose. '17 car goes to the back. Tighten up the outside line. Let's go. Restart. Lap 7, now 8 of 10. We got 3 laps to go. Cale Smith, Big Mike, Jake Henry. Gernert dives down low. Battling it out with Jake Henry in the 171. The 25 got loose. They make contact wheel to wheel. Not very often that you're able to make contact in an open wheel car, but they just did it. Cale Smith pulling away from the field. Henry, Spanky Gernert, Chris Cox, Big Mike, Donald Ingram battling it out. 1 lap to go. Up front, Cale Smith is going to sail his way to the feature. Jake Henry in P2, Spanky Gernert, Chris Cox, Big Mike, Donald Ingram, Jesse Ingram, Michael Carter, Clay Christopherson, Luke Hines, your top 10. Three minutes of warm-up. Ladies and gentlemen, as you heard, we got 3 minutes of warm-up. We will be right back.
Our biggest thing is getting the word out, awareness of Mission 22, the struggle as it is to fight PTSD and suicide. My name is Corey Decker. I'm the state representative for Mission 22. The issue's been great. We got a bunch of great guys that have gotten together and decided to create this rally. The word's getting out, and it's turning into quite an event where we can actually help a lot of veterans. It's a great event, but you really have to go and see it for yourself, and it's really one of those things that's an experience. Just going that weekend, we've seen how it changes people.
Welcome back. We're getting ready for your 30-lap main event for the night to round out week 1 of the Dirt Track Bank Dash for Cash. It's been a mixed bag night. We've had a few cautions for week 1. Broadcast has had its own issues. Feature to the grid, please. All right, drivers, welcome to the feature. It's going to be 30 laps, just like heat races and other main events. Leader going to ask you to be 1.5 car length behind the pace truck. Everybody else, once you get the 1 to go, tighten it up. Half car length between yourself and the car in front of you. Initial start is on green. Do not jump the start. Do not pass before the start finish line. Restarts are on the leader. Leader gets to pick inside or outside. Again, you got 30 laps to get it done. Let's close out the night with a great show. Race hard, race clean. Good luck. Matt Grimm, Caden Berry on the front row. Brian Dick and Sean Stevens in row number 2. Patrick Spangler, Anthony Marfulio in row number 3. Jason Hines, Anthony Morano in row number 4. Braden Carter, Brandon Aylesworth in row number 5. Jeffrey Kemper, Dylan DeWert in 6. Cale Smith, Jake Henry in 7. Grenert and Cox in row number 8. Big Mike, Donald Ingram in row number 9. Jesse Ingram, Michael Carter in 10. Clay Christopherson, Luke Hines in 11. Billy Roberts and Michael Vitale round out your field of 24 drivers. Pretty cool night, Clayton. We've had complete fields. Very good participation. Again, we've had quite a few cautions. This is week 1. We'll see how the week progresses. But I'm impressed by the quality of the driving that we've seen tonight.
Oh yeah, we've got a pretty stacked front 5 rows, but man, there's people in row 6, 7, possibly even 8 that can come up here and snag a win. I personally think Caden Berry has had speed all night long. He got unlucky in the 358s. Late models hard charge to the front like that. I think Caden Berry's going to get it done here.
You got Wyobe 1, 2, and 4. With Hammer Down Racing's Brian Dickens breaking up that Wyobe crew. That's going to be a tough gang to get by here as we get ready to go green. Matt Grimm on the pole. Caden Berry like a shot out of a gun on the high side. The 91 of Matt Grimm, he'll get up to the outside in front of his teammate. Will Berry fall in line? Yes, he will. Caution out already. Vitale.
Here, it looks like Michael Carter. Yeah, Michael Carter dives it down there.
Oh.
They make a bump. Oh, it's behind Michael Carter. They saved it and kept rolling here. Oh, looks like Cale Smith, Michael Carter's teammate, just comes up and loses it into Jeffrey Kemper here.
So Matt Grimm, Caden Berry, Brian Dick, and Sean Stevens still at the front of the field. We're working lap. We will be working lap 3 once we go back green. We will go single file in the sprint cars.
I think that's what we discussed. I hope I had that right.
Yeah, that's perfect.
Okay,
That's how I'm going to set it up for the remaining weeks. That's how we did it last year. So Matt Grimm will take us to the green flag. He's got his teammate, the youngster out of New Hampshire, right behind him. That's Caden Berry. Brian Dickens in the 122, North Carolina driver, followed by Sean Stevens, Wyobe driver out of Australia. Patrick Spangler in the 29. Anthony Marfulio, he's out of New Hampshire in the 238. Jason Haynes out of Canada. Up front, Matt Grimm. We'll go single file in the 360 sprint cars. We're going to be working lap 5 of 30. Grimm with the lead. Now we're working lap 5 of 30. Grimm, Caden Berry, Brian Dickens. Sean Stevens takes a look underneath the 122. Looks like the 26 car kind of stalled Clayton when he dove down low.
Yeah, it looked like it over-rotated almost when he dove down there. These things are very, very momentum dependent. That top wing's there for a reason. You want a good hold, but man, you turn it 2 sideways, it's like a kite. And they for sure showed it right there.
Caution comes back out once again. Not sure what for. So Matt Graham, Caden Berry still at the front of the field. Your top 5 have not changed. Jason Haynes has moved up 1, getting in front of Anthony Marvulio in the 238. Working lap 4. Getting ready to tighten it up and go back green. We'll be working lap 5 of 30, so we do have a ways to go. Wasn't long ago, Clayton, that 26 car of Sean Stevens, no one could touch Sean Stevens. I believe he recruited both Matt Grimm and Caden Berry into the YOB team, and by the looks of it, he made a pretty good choice.
Oh yeah, the students have become the teachers for sure.
Brian Dickens back there in P3. Matt Grimm, both of them running the high side. Brian Dickens, can the 26 of Sean Stevens do something with the 122? Good run, slide job coming from Sean Stevens. Slides up in front of the 122 of Brian Dickens. We got a YOB 1, 2, 3 with Grimm, Berry, Stevens. Dickens now falls back to P4. Patrick Spangler in the 39. He's going to try the bottom side, keep it off of Dickens. Whoa! Caution comes out. Little bit of contact made between Spangler and Dickens. Not sure if it was enough contact to injure either one of those cars. We'll have to see how that plays out, as it is early in the night for sure. Cale Smith done for the night. Here at Friday Night Lights, we do have 2 cautions, and you park it for the night in that division. It looks like Cale Smith, the driver out of South Dakota, will be done in the sprint cars for tonight. I don't think that puts any shade on the CTM boys for overall tonight. Those guys put on a whale of a show. YOB 1, 2, 3. You got Matt Grimm, you got Caden Berry, you got Sean Stevens. Will those 3 tuck in behind each other, open up a gap between the field, and then battle it out amongst themselves? Late race, that would be my strategy for sure. But these are race car drivers, so you never know. Getting in line and riding it out may not be in the cards for these guys. We'll see here shortly. Pace car will exit. We're going to go back green. We'll be working lap 6 of 30. Hopefully we can get some green flag laps in here. Again, this is the first time here at Friday Night Lights we have run the 360 sprint cars. We were running the 305 sprint cars. So it could be a little bit. Spangler, he bangs that bottom side. Put Spangler up to P4. Brian Dickens back to P5. Jason Hines in the 66. Anthony Marfulio running the outside. Those 2 make contact. They are able to keep rolling. Not sure how, but they did. Graham, Berry, Stevens, still 1, 2, 3. Spangler now. He's pulling up to the rear tail tank of the 26 of Sean Stevens. In a 305, you did not see anybody get even anywhere close to Sean Stevens. Marfulio slides to the outside. See what happens here.
He just overshoots the entry.
Over he
Thought
goes.
the 12 got him, but no, it was unassisted.
All by himself. All right, drivers, let's settle in, get some green flag laps in here. We're only working lap 9 of 30. Got a long way to go. Everybody settle in. Matt Grimm, YOB 1, 2, 3. Brian Dickens falls back 2 from his start. Biggest mover so far, let's let the board settle out, is Spanky Grenert is up 7. Jesse Ingram is up 7. Clay Christofferson is up 7. So we got some movers throughout the field. Up front, Matt Grimm takes the green flag, gives a little bit of a head start above his teammate. That's Caden Berry, the youngster out of New Hampshire, in the 12th car. It's John Stevens in P3. Caution comes back out once again. Billy Roberts in the 99. Dives it down low, just gets sideways. Waiting on the pace truck to catch back up. So this might be a little bit of growing pains, Clayton, with the 360 sprint cars. Our first race in 360s. Looking a little rough in the feature, but could be a little bit of growing pains.
Oh yeah, no doubt. I mean, the guys that you know race sprint cars are showing, this is my favorite race. This is my favorite car. This is my favorite race. This is where it's at. But the ones that were used to the 305s and, you know, dipped their toes into the 305s and started to like it, it's a whole different animal, man. The launch is a lot faster. You got to throw it in a lot more, especially at Lernerville. Like, if you can learn to run a sprint car here successfully, there's almost nowhere we can't go, and you'll be fine. They'll get used to it. These guys have tons of talent to learn, adapt, and overcome, and be able to perform and compete.
Green flag is out. Matt Grimm on the point. Caden Berry, Sean Stevens. Patrick Spangler falls in line behind Stevens. Brian Dickens runs the little lower line than the other two. Jeffrey Kemper with a good run in the 181. Brian Dickens up on the cushion in the 122. Good run off the top side. Spanky in the 12 car. He's on the high side, pulling alongside the 5 car. That puts Spanky up 9 positions. Biggest mover of the race is the 777 of Jesse Ingram. He's up 7 positions currently in, just broke your top 10. Matt Grimm with a 13.840, fastest lap last time by in that 91. Boy, he painted that high line. Caution comes back out. That 91 car went about as high as you can go on this track without going over the top.
Yeah, sorry about that. I kind of zoned out, but I
No
was
worries. No
pretty
worries.
watching Jeffrey Kemper here struggle to enter one. Man, it's so slick too. I mean, you could see all the shine on that racetrack for viewers that may not know. That shiny looking gloss is not where you want to run a sprint car. It's not where you want to run almost any dirt car. There's no traction. That is all built up rubber, grime. It's ice. You want that dark matte dirt to dig that right rear tire in. And there's not a lot left of it. I mean, I saw Matt Grimm that last restart start all the way on the bottom out of 4, just so he didn't have to fire off in the slick, and that's exactly what Jeffrey Kemper hit going into turn 1. Got loose in that slick and went up and over, and that's the reason for this caution. But it's these right rear tires and this motor, the way these cars are, it's gonna get even worse. So we'll see what these guys can do.
Coming to lap 15 of 30, or 14, my apologies. Matt Grimm still at the point. Sean Stevens dives down low in 1 and 2. Caden Berry in P3. Patrick Spangler is not letting those two get very far. Berry slides up in front of the 26. The 39 of Spangler has to check up. Spangler. Now the 32 of Murano pulls up to his rear tail tank. Spanky Grenert in the 012 car. Talked to him this afternoon. He hasn't been in a sprint car in a couple of years, I think he said. He's up 9 positions to P6. Jesse Ingram up 9. Don't know what happened right there. Holy cow. Another caution comes out on lap 17 of 30.
Yeah, Jason just slides him here in 1 and 2, and unfortunately not clear. Puts it right on Jesse's left front, and the rest was history.
Wyobe drivers at the front of the field once again, working lap 17 of 30. Grimm, Berry, Stevens. Here we go. Working lap 17 of 30. Good start by Grimm. Pulls out in front of Caden Berry, P2. Sean Stevens, P3. Spangler right on the rear tail tank of that 26 of Sean Stevens. Anthony Morano, Spanky Grenert, Braden Carter, Brandon Aylesworth in 8th. Chris Cox, Anthony Marfulio. He rounds out your top 10. As I am very, I guess, not surprised, the 238, soon as I said it, the 238 gets into the 515. 238 running the bottom side as he often does. That car is damaged, can't turn. Still working lap 19 of 30. We have a long way to go. Thank you all. If you're out there still watching, thank you for tuning in. This is our first week in 360 Sprint Cars. A little bit rough, especially here at Lernerville. Not the easiest track to navigate. It is one of my favorites to run. However, it seems to be a challenge to a lot of drivers. This is our week 1. Next week, I can't remember where we're at. Again, Wyobe cars up front. 91, that's Ohio driver Matt Grimm. The 12 car, New Hampshire driver Caden Berry. And the 26 car, that is driver out of Tasmania, Sean Stevens. Patrick Spangler has not let those cars get very far from his front bumper. Spanky Gernert having a good night. Port Royal next week, bigger track.
Yeah, okay, making sure I was reading that right. Yep, big old Port Royal next week. A lot of room for these guys, and we're still going to watch them fight all over each other, win every bit of money they can, every bit of points. A lot of talent here. These guys are going to put on quite a show at Port Royal.
Green flag is out. You can tell that track is getting super slick. Even Matt Grimm got a little bit loose on the restart. Caden Berry still to his tail. Thanks, Sean Stevens, Patrick Spangler. Spanky Gernert, he falls back a little bit in the 12 car, followed by Braden Carter. Braden Carter, Clayton, has had a heck of a night.
Absolutely. Top 10s in every night, or in every race, my apologies. Almost the top 5. I'm sure we'll see Braden go to work here on Spanky. Both of those guys have crept up into the top 5 here, top 10 for Braden. But yeah, they put on quite a performance tonight. Good points tonight. That's what you want. You don't have to win every race to win a championship.
Yes, sir. Brandon Aylesworth in his first race is having a great run. Clay Christopherson back there in 8th. Luke Hines and Billy Roberts round out your top 10. Up front, Matt Grimm. He's starting to pull away from the field. I thought maybe the Wyobe boys would run closer together and then battle it out amongst themselves, but Matt Grimm doesn't look like he wants any part of that. He's going to, now we just close him back up.
Yeah, I got looks like, yeah, Michael Vitale. Yeah, Michael there, unfortunate for him, worked his way all the way up into the top 15. Going to be dropping back here, 24th to 14th for Michael Vitale. And going to have to try and do it all again with 6 to go here.
We will get a word with the top 3 at the conclusion of this race.
Take a look at who the top 3 drivers are team-wise.
Do what?
You got me?
Yeah, can you hear me?
There we go. Yes, sir. Sorry about that. I said, did you take a look at who the top 3 drivers drive for as far as a team-wise?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Those Wyobe boys know how to wheel these big winged machines. That's for sure.
Yeah, and you know, we used to only see these guys running in sprint cars. Now, I think our last Dash for Cash was the first time Matt Grimm stepped out of the sprint cars. Now we were seeing them in all divisions, and that is absolutely amazing. It's great to see those guys. Welcome them back to Friday Night Lights. So great addition to the program.
Yeah, these Caden Berry, I mean, I know they've all got speed, but man, Caden just shows that he has put in like almost a year's worth of work. Fast everywhere.
Matt Grimm opening up a lead again over Caden Berry on lap 25 of 30. We're getting down to the final laps here. Caden Berry doesn't let Grimm go. Berry gets into the wall there. The 26 car had to check up. Spangler had to check up. Patrick Spanker Grenert, he's back in 5th place, looking at a top 5. He's moved up 10. Clay Christopherson is up 13 from his starting position on lap 27 of 30. Michael Carter up 11. Luke Hines 12. Up front, Matt Grimm putting on a blazing show. 13.840 last time by, quickest on the track. Caden Berry in P2, Sean Stevens. I'm wondering if Spangler may not be laying back a little bit. Clayton waiting for some last lap heroics here.
Yeah, I mean, 2 to go. If you're hanging back now, as I say that, caution's out on the backstretch.
Michael
Looks like the
Carter.
171 involved here. Oh, let's take a look. Oh, looks like Billy. Yeah, in front of him, Billy Roberts. Gets pretty squirrely here off of turn 2, and I believe it collected him there.
So we're getting ready. We got green-white checker coming up, and that will conclude night number 1. Thank you all for tuning in. I can see our watch numbers falling off drastically as we get late on the East Coast. Matt Grimm, Caden Berry, Sean Stevens, Spangler, and Grenert, your top 5. Biggest mover of the night, you got Clay Christopherson up 13, and Luke Hines in the 17 has followed the 51 up through the pack. Both of those drivers up 13 for the night.
Any slide jobs for the lead here, you think, from the 12 or the 26?
No, I don't think so, but I think Spangler is going to make a pass for a podium. He has been right on the tail tank. Sean Stevens hasn't been able to get away from him.
There he goes. Oh!
Does a caution come out?
I can't deploy a yellow. No, last lap.
Spangler up the 3rd, makes contact with Sean Stevens. The Wyobe driver is not going to be happy, I guarantee you that. Matt Grimm off of turn 4 for his first win in a 360 sprint car here at Friday Night Lights. Top 3 start finish line, please. Top 3 start finish line. So Wyobe boys, 1, 2. Caden, can you pull up just a little bit, please? 12 car, pull up just a little bit, please.
I think it might have shut off on them. They do shut off when you come to a stop. Oh, there we go. We're rolling.
Perfect. Thank you, fellas. Don't forget to go up for your interviews. I'll let you grab Patrick Spangler if you would. I'll get us set up here.
Oh, absolutely. I got you here. Well, gotta wait for him to get in. Wow, Patrick was clear. Sean, unfortunately, with another pretty hefty mistake there. Yeah, Sean clears him right here off of 2, I'm sorry, Patrick clears him off of 2. My apologies, and Sean just wasn't able to lift and caught the right rear and went for a ride. P3 finisher here. Patrick Spangler, it's Clayton in the booth. You got a copy?
Yep, gotcha.
Man, you definitely made sure that Wyobe podium was not a thing tonight. A last lap slider, or 2 to go slider, you made it work. You were sitting back, kind of stalking prey there, waiting for the move, man. When did you decide it was time to go?
Well, we've been having cautions every 4 laps, so it's hard to get in a rhythm. Just getting runs on them, but they were Caden and Sean were real close to each other every time, and they were throwing bombs on each other. I knew that he would always Sean would restart in the slick, and you could get a run if you hit the bottom of 4 and down the front stretch. And I had him clear to hit me right in the back. I mean, he threw the same thing on Caden earlier, and he didn't turn underneath him, so I don't know why he didn't turn underneath me, because he would have had me clear next turn. Sucks for him not to finish that like that. But yeah, it would have been nice to get some green flag runs. Usually my favorite track in these.
Yeah, for sure, man. 360 sprints for the first time for a lot of these guys will definitely show these things are a lot tougher than the 305 some of these drivers are used to. But man, you stayed in the top 5 for I believe almost that whole race, maybe if not the whole race. Stayed up there and put on one hell of a show to secure a podium, man. Who do you got to thank on that 39 car for getting it done tonight?
Just you and Joe for the awesome league you guys put on every year, and the broadcast. Train Wheels Racing, 2XM Designs on the design, and just can't thank Joe enough for everything he does. Being military myself, I know a lot of guys. I go through a lot of stuff, so glad he's helping out organizations that will help the veterans out.
Yeah, man, for sure. I'm still active duty, but brother, thank you for your service and everything you went through. I can only imagine, but I doubt this is the last time we'll be speaking this year, man. Keep up the momentum. You look good tonight, and hopefully we'll see you again next week.
Sounds good. Hopefully.
Alrighty, buddy. You enjoy your weekend, and we will see you next Friday.
Thanks.
We caught up with the 12 car, the youngster out of New Hampshire, Caden Berry. Caden, this is Joe. You got me?
Yeah, I got you, man.
Man, kind of a mixed bag night. I think we switched over to the 360 sprint cars. I think a lot of folks weren't necessarily prepared for that. However, I think the Wyobe boys were more than prepared, man. Great run in the 12 car. Walk us through your night. How did the track change? I know we had a ton of cautions. Do you think if we had fewer cautions, maybe you had something for Matt there?
Possibly, maybe so. I was just honestly just running the top as best I could, or tried to anyway. I haven't ran the 360 here in a little while, but no, after every restart, I was just finding Matt's line there right up on the tippity top there, and it was just kind of risky at the same time because I seen his right rear falling off a little bit. But no, I think if I got a little bit more comfortable and just ran the top a little bit smoother and better, I think I could have had something for him there.
Yeah, man, I'm not sure Lernerville is the best track to open up a new car in a new league season, but here we are nonetheless. Maybe a bigger track next week will open it up a little bit more. I was talking to Clayton. I thought maybe the Wyobe boys would fall in nose to tail and just kind of run until 5 or so to go and battle it out amongst yourselves. But race car drivers will be race car drivers, and riding around just wasn't in the cards. It didn't look like, man. But man, I see the Caden Berry fan club out here once again on the broadcast, man. It's great to be back. Love following you on social media. It's good to see the 12 car back out on the track again, my friend. Who do you want to thank on that car for a great run tonight?
Obviously, just want to thank all the guys at Wyobe, and I seriously can't thank my mom and dad enough, and everybody who supports me with my racing. It's a very big help, and it's just really awesome. And just also want to thank my great grandmother Cece and my Grammy Ryder and my Nana and Grampy, and also want to thank the Wyobe sponsors: Cataclysms Computers, CNC Racing Designs, Speed Factory, LCJ Carpentry, and Stingray Rock Tools Australia. So.
Yeah, man. So if any of these guys, they had some Caden Berry shirts for his real sprint car come out not too long ago. If any of these guys want to catch up with you on social media, man, what's the best way for them to check out what you're doing in the real car?
You can always go on Instagram there. It's where mostly of my posts are, honestly, on Instagram. I got some on Facebook and Twitter as well, but best offer is probably Instagram.
Yeah, check it out, Caden Berry. Great run, my friend, and we'll see you next week at Port Royale. When are we going to see two Berries in the field?
I think next season, and unfortunately, I hate to break it, but I will not be here next week only because I'm going to Pennsylvania for a swap meet there, so I can get some stuff for next season for my sprint car.
Yeah, man, I'm not sure that's acceptable.
Yeah, I didn't want to miss it, especially having a good night here in the 360. But I don't know if we have drop races or not. Wasn't really paying much attention, but if so, it could help missing 1 week. But I think that's the only race I'm gonna miss though.
Yeah, we do have drop weeks, and also you only need to race in 10 races of the 15 to qualify for the Dash for Cash. So, man, you're good. Go do your thing, young man.
Thank you. Have a good night, man. Have a good weekend.
You also. Clayton, you got our winner.
Yes, sir. Matt Grimm, 91, leads it flag to flag. Man, how was that 91 so fast tonight?
Oh, I don't know. I haven't really ran here much since the update, so I didn't really know what to expect. I kind of just relied on what I known from the past before the update. Looks like Lernerville kind of just stayed the same. It's the same Lernerville I'm used to, and I'm glad because it's a good track.
Yeah, it's a very dangerous one if you push it over that limit, man. We saw it all night long. I watched cars left and right jump that cushion. Man, what in your opinion, how do you stop a sprint car, something so momentum dependent, moving so fast, hands and feet? How do you just not put a sprint car over that ledge every time? Because a lot of people were struggling. How was that 91 able to stay on rails so much tonight?
I found myself using a little more brake than I had in the past, and just trying to get the car to rotate and stay. I couldn't really enter up high like I wanted to. I had to kind of like work up to it in 1 and 2. 3 and 4 was fine, but 1 and 2, if I got up too high, I was going to go over.
Absolutely, man. Well, you dominated tonight for sure. A little bit of a shake up there at the end with your teammate Sean. Almost had a Wyobe podium that I predicted at the beginning of the race, but nonetheless, man, you put on one heck of a show up front. Who do you got to thank on that 91 car tonight?
Yeah, thanks to Sean and Barry and everyone else over at Wyobe for everything they do. Speed Factory for the sets they give us, and also J Carpentry, Callas and Computers, Stingray Rock Tools Australia, King's Race Designs. You guys for putting us on. I'm glad we're back and getting some racing in, and looks like we're hitting it off on the sprint cars. So that's good to see.
Yeah, you a pretty big fan of the move from 305s to 360s?
Well, if you would have asked me that last season, I've been all for 360s, but for some reason I've been dominating in 305s, and I don't know why. I don't really like them, but I've been finding something, and I don't really know what it is, but hopefully it doesn't wear off.
Yeah, you for sure found it tonight. So whatever it is, you better lock it in the basement and keep her there, because man, you showed tonight you're the one to beat. So keep up the momentum, man, and I'm sure next Friday, if not next Friday, by the next one, we'll be talking to you again, buddy.
Sounds good. Thanks, guys.
Yes, sir.
So, ladies and gentlemen, there is week 1 of the Dirt Track Bank Dash for Cash. Clayton, any last thoughts?
The Lernerville ledge bit and bit and bit tonight, man. It was relentless all night, every series. It was something that was, I mean, expected, but definitely did not, know that we were going to see that much. I mean, sprint cars, like usually, last season I knew come sprint car time we were kind of just, I mean, we're going to commentate, we're going to watch the racing, of course, but we just hang out, watch a 30 lapper and head to bed or head to whatever else we're doing or whatever. And tonight, man, sprint cars was the second most, caution filled, and sliders front to back of the field. It was phenomenal. Caden Berry, I thought that kid was a sprint car only type of driver, and man, I'm sure he's done it longer, but within this last year, there's no doubt he has not practiced in all three and clearly become very fast. I mean, back to the front in the late model, modified the late race incident, but he was P4 when it happened, and he started mid-pack. That kid moved through the field all night long in every series, and of course we knew sprint cars were going to be easy for him. I mean, hell, he started up there. My apologies for that. I'm just really hyped for Caden, and that kid's gonna go far. He keeps his nose to the grindstone. He'll go far. He's got some real world championships coming his way, I'm sure.
Yeah, man. I think the change was good. I think Lernerville was probably a poor choice of an opening weekend track, but that's okay. Maybe the hard stuff is behind us. We had some weeks, you and I, not unlike this one, where it seemed like they were never going to end. So we did have quite a few cautions. We did have full fields, so we'll see. That will probably thin out as we move along. So like to thank all the drivers, my friend. Like to thank you again for your service, but also for joining me in a booth. I wish you a great weekend, and I will see you next week at, where'd you say we were? Port Royal?
Port Royal. I can tell you my prediction, the toughest race we'll have will be the late models at Kern County, the tightest turn one I've ever seen at a racetrack. And I think I'm going to jump on Instagram and go buy a Caden Berry t-shirt here soon.
That's awesome, man. All right, my brother. Have a great weekend with the fam, and we'll see you next week.
Absolutely. Thank you all for tuning in. We'll catch you next week.
Yep. Again, thank you all for tuning in. And until next week, same time, same place, we'll catch up with you then. And until then, I wish you all a great weekend, and we will see you next week.
Mission 22 is founded on the timeless principle that America's warriors are equally valuable overseas as they are within our borders. We are unwaveringly committed to the journey back home and understand the barriers our heroes face when making the often arduous and taken for granted transition home. Trauma is an opportunity. While bleeding, hidden pains of the past can never be removed. We can transform them into something brand new and beautiful. We can grow through trauma to become our community's cornerstone, the safest neighbor on the block, the strongest leader in the office, the most caring volunteer at the elementary school. The Recovery and Resiliency Program is a year-long, and it uses everything from cutting-edge biometric tools to science-backed supplements. This is a catalyst to take the deep scars suffered for our nation's sake and turn them into opportunities to direct our God-given purpose and energies as protectors toward a refreshed and meaningful life. By committing to this year-long program, you will be happier, stronger, and wiser. Your PTS and/or TBI may not leave you, but you will be more comfortable in your own skin, and your suffering will begin to have meaning. Our goal is to give warriors one thing, the truth. Let's take responsibility for our healing.